Right. Is JBL here? JBL? Can't hear JBL. Right, okay. Right, welcome everybody to the TOTD Season 3 Race 4 at Azerbaijan. As I like to call Mr. Race Safety Car Race. How are we going to do here then, guys? Mr. Callum, do you want to go first? Mr. Mercedes Boss?
I think it'll be a good race, to be fair. I think it's going to be a fucking long race with the amount of safety cars we're going to have, so none of you got plans for tonight.
Oh, I've got a 10 car finish, mate.
10? 10?
10 cars, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
I
money's
didn't
on
even
that.
reckon there'd be that many.
Well, the one I seen in the midweek was 3 cars that finished, so hopefully it's not that bad.
Yeah, well, let's hope not. As long as my boys
And
finish.
they had a full grid. So what are you actually hoping for?
First, obviously. It's
Yeah,
going to
with
be hard.
Mercs, which are the other ones, the other teams.
Yeah, I think
Well,
Racing Point can really challenge the Red Bulls today, to be fair, with that massive back straight. I reckon they've got a really good chance of picking up really good points there. As to the McLarens, I'm not entirely sure yet because I've not really seen or paid attention to the McLaren racing over the last couple of races because I've only just taken them over. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do. I'm hoping they can all get top tens, but we shall see.
it all depends on what happens in the first lap, really, I think. Right, so,
Yeah, I think safety cars are going to play a big part.
Yeah, and who pits when, and when the safety car comes out. Right, so hopefully we all have a lot of cars that finish and not a handful. So hopefully you do well, so appreciate it, thank you, and good
worries.
luck.
Cheers.
Is Dan in here? He's not yet, is he? Dan's not in yet? No.
I'm here.
Right, Dan, how are you doing, and how is the Ferraris and what we doing? The Ferraris and the Hasses doing, or looking like to be doing?
Myself, I'm not. I love this track. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm good at it. I don't know. I think I might be a bit behind on this one, to be honest. But I'll give it everything I got.
You said that last week, so
Yeah, I know, but I think I practiced a lot this week, but I thought I didn't need to maybe push as hard because I thought I was quite good at it. But after practicing with some of the guys sort of in practice sessions this week, I've not really been. I've been there, but not really like showing the Ferrari's pace there, sort of thing. So I don't know. We'll see.
we'll see. Yeah,
I'll keep it clean like I always do, and hopefully that'll see me through.
Yeah, so and we have the Hasses that are actually looking good as well here. I say, I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
a couple of them this weekend, and they've actually, well, not this weekend, this week, and they've been pretty strong as well. So I think they could be challenging. I think the Renault might pay a little bit of a price here. I say we're missing a Renault and an Alpha. I will speak to JBL in a minute about that.
Yeah.
But hopefully it does well for you and Steve and the Haas boys, and we will
Yeah,
hopefully
definitely. I think.
speak to you after the race. I'm
Yeah,
hoping.
nice one, mate. Thanks very much.
All right, man. Cheers, man.
See you later. Good race, guys.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Mr. Jim Newman, are you there?
Good evening.
So, Red Bulls and Toros.
Not looking the best track, really, is it? I think, as Dan's just mentioned there, it's one of the best tracks for me personally. Not really performance, but it's one of the favourite tracks to watch over the years. But you got a Honda engine, you're not really going to get far. You said the Renaults are going to pay a price, probably the same as the Red Bull and the Toro Rosso. I think Callum mentioned just before, look at the threat of the likes of a Racing Point and possibly a Haas. Well, other than Mechanical Sack, but yeah.
So no, the Haas has looked strong around here. I think the Haas is up there with the Red Bull, a Racing Point here. Think you'd be surprised. I think the ones that are going to pay the price is the McLaren, but anyone that's got a bad engine will
You
pay
say
the price.
that, but you pick up about maybe 1.5, 2 tenths in the second sector.
It's
You're
the second
losing-
sector. If you can get the second sector perfect, then you're
losing anything
right.
6 tenths up on the straights alone, from what I've seen. But again, driver dependent.
No mistakes.
Can't say
This is
that.
one track with one mistake, especially in sector 2, and you're done.
It's one of them with the strategies go out the window a little bit. Expecting like at least 3 safety cars, but safety car regardless, you have there's more than 10 finishes.
Yeah, so there'll be at least 3. I mean, we did that F2, didn't we? And there was 4, and that was with 2 cert virtuals. So it will be interesting to see, and hopefully, hopefully more finish than what we're depending on. And there'll be a cleaner race than what we hope. Just hopefully people will lay back on the castle in the first couple of laps and not go stupid. They tend to be, and just back off a little bit and not go into each other.
No
But we'll
comment.
see. So yeah. Alright, man. Good luck, and hopefully I will speak to. Well, a bit biased here, but hopefully we'll see you at the end of the race as well. We'd like to see you on the podium.
That'd be nice, eh? Alright, cheers.
Alright, man. Cheers, mate. And we leave Mr. JBL. Are you there?
I'm doing alright.
Well, you went from 2 races for this weekend to 4, so at least you got 4 drivers still.
Yeah,
What do you, depending on the race, I mean, it's going to be a.
well, yeah, we do have 2 car bands with 1 Renault, 1 Alpha. However, we've also got 1 Williams missing as well, with
yes,
J. Dot, Jerome, Nisar, Lamy. So I've got 3 cars running, 1 of each that I'm running. Um, the Alpha, I think, will survive with the Ferrari engine, especially with the long straights around the circuit. The Renault and Williams, I don't think so much because the Williams, although it has a Mercedes engine, it produces a lot of drag, so it won't be competitive on those straights.
Yeah, it's the Williams car just hasn't. It's got an engine, but it's got no aerodynamics or chassis for it. It's just not. Yeah. The Williams car, I mean, it's already got 4 drivers, but only one's really got a massive chance of getting any decent points as such. Really, I mean, I know the Renault could surprise. I mean, I know how good Dean is. Dean is a great driver, so I mean, he may do all right, but it's not the greatest track for the Renault. I mean, the Alpha has a massive chance. Really, it should get something here. I would have thought, but we'll say if things happen, we'll see what happens, won't we? So
Yeah,
hopefully your Williams guys actually do something as well. Because really, the Williams guys, all they got to do is keep it. If you keep it clean, and you can just see what happens. Because alright, the Williams car isn't the best car on the track, but if you keep it off the walls, especially here in like Monaco and stuff, you can get points if you keep it out of the walls.
yeah.
Just keep it on track. So
With anything can happen around this circuit, to be honest. I can see lots of safety cars around this track. Lucky there's about 3 less cars on the grid that I know of, so there'll be hopefully less incidents, but I'm not confident at all. I wouldn't be surprised if
oh,
there were
there'll
5
be
safety
incidents
cars.
today. There'll be incidents. It's just whether how bad they are. If they're gonna be like as in like incidents as in they got to look at or whatever. But yes, it's definitely gonna be very interesting to
Yeah,
say the least.
it will
Right.
be interesting to see what happens. I'm already running 3 cars, so I'm rooting for those
Alright,
main
so there's a
cars
few.
only.
Right, okay, mate. Right, so we are definitely missing a Williams, and we are. What else cars are we missing? We're missing a Williams, Renault, Haas, McLaren, and Toro, and a Williams at the moment. So yeah, so the Renault's out, and so is the Alpha. So yeah, we're missing 4 cars. Right, so at the moment we are missing 4 cars, and hopefully we will get somebody in if they do. Thank you, JBL, and all the rest of the managers for doing the interviews with me. So thank you, JB.
Yep.
And
Good luck,
good
JBL.
luck in the race as much as you can, anyway. So hopefully you get something out of this, anyway. I mean, worse is you get some points at least, and hopefully you do okay. So everybody else that's watching, we will be starting, and hopefully in the next 3 or 4 minutes. So thank you for watching again, and we will catch you in a minute. let's go back to the lobby. Yeah, the stream wasn't working then because I paused it. That's what people are saying, the stream doesn't work. Oh, wrong one. Now I can't say paused. Yahoo! Right, so everybody before we actually start, we should introduce you, really, I think, Mr. Matt Anderson.
Oh yeah.
The sir that has the race ban.
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously a disappointment, but didn't really want to miss out on the racing, so I thought I'd come and commentate with you.
And that's the point. I think Jamie said he wanted to be in a party to listen to us as well, by the way. Just remembered, sorry. But yes, so if you could invite him, please. Just to say, I mean, this race could be very interesting. I mean, I've not actually ever really watched one of these, and actually, well, I mean, I've watched them, but I've not actually commentated on them or asked on them. So it could be interesting to keep up. I had a problem keeping up last week, I know that, with some of the incidents that happened. So it'll be. I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully, come on, we want to go. I want to see what happens.
I'm expecting
I want
a
a
lot of
castle.
safety cars as well, so I'm expecting explosive restarts. So at the start, any kind of safety car restart is going to be potential incidents. And then maybe some calm afterwards during the safety car. But yeah, I'm expecting it to be pretty entertaining stuff. Sim damage as well. The rules are very, very close around here, especially if you get a little bit of rain.
Especially the cars being the size they are now as well.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of
A
those
bit
tracks as
bigger.
well that really tries to bring out the driver's skill. Can be quite an equaliser. Obviously, having a good car is really useful, but you know, this is if you've got driver's skill, you're gonna rise to the top here, because the less you go into the pits to change your wing, the higher you're gonna be.
Yeah, I think the ones to watch will be Snake Hips and Wado on this track. Because they're so consistently clean, I think it's definitely them two who are going to really fight for it here. It's just which one, to be honest. I think Dean might be doing all right as well on the Red Bull. He seems to be doing quite well at Red Bull lately. Well, this season full stop, to be fair. He's actually done some good fight backs and everything for the field. So, but yeah, that'll be interesting. I'd like to see what Otmaro does as well.
I have a feeling that Waddington's got a little bit of a point to prove after the Bahrain incident and the race ban last week. I feel like he's probably put quite a bit of practice time, and he'd certainly be my favourite.
Yeah, a bit more fire in the belly, yes. I think he's definitely going to have that this weekend. But I think the tracks, I mean, this one here is the awkward one, but I think next week could also be a good, equaliser for the Mercedes as well, because it's Spain, isn't it? So they could do well here. Oh, we look like we are getting ready to go. So what are we actually missing then? We are missing a McLaren, a Toro, and a Williams. So that means we have basically no point doing Q1. Okay. So basically everybody use Q1 to warm your tyres up. And this is where I messed up last week by saying in the extreme race, where there was 15 cars and I was talking like they were going to qualify. I thought, no, it doesn't matter, does it?
I mean, you might find some of the drivers use it just to get their eye in a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say I would use it. I mean, there's people saying about skipping it and that. I mean, I wouldn't, purely for the fact that, one, you get at least you can put some, one lap of wear on your tyres. You can just go out there, do an out lap and come back in. And then tyres then have got scrubbed for the actual race. So I mean, it's a good thing, but it's also a sort of pointless bit as well, isn't it? It's not exactly a a very entertaining part for the people to watch, but it is what it is.
Calm before the storm.
You know, I say there's also the say is you've got the F2 race at the same time as well, which makes it a bit more awkward, doesn't it? Get reserves in and stuff. So, but let's go and have some fun. It's a shame we can't have split screen and just one picture of the castle. Just one, like half a screen of the castle and the rest of it, the race we follow. And we've got to keep an eye on a track reset at the castle as well, because I reckon someone might try to pull that. So we need to keep an eye on that, please, as well, if you can, Matt, just in case.
Absolutely, it's definitely going to be an action spot. Even in practice, it's been one where cars have been collecting each other. There's not really anywhere to get out of the way once you get it sideways.
Right, so far apparently I presume that means the race. I see 45 minutes is cloudy and dry and qualifying. So I think it means the race is dry as well. Dry race. So I think they're saying 45 minutes is cloudy and dry qualifying. And I think Mechanical Sack was not out first. We had a Ultimate Arrow out first, I think. He is. We have a dry race. Now that's a shame.
Already.
I was hoping.
Williams off the track.
Oh yeah, I think is William just letting people through, or I think he just let someone past. No, I don't think Savage did. It's very interesting though, both Red Bulls so far has decided to stay into the pits. And so is Nardo Dan, and so is Robert Necker. It'll be very interesting to see who actually comes out and who doesn't. Telfie's on mediums as well, so
That's interesting. I mean, it's across the 50% race, the strategy is generally medium hards, but for this, for the 100% race, it's a long time to spend on the hards. So I'm pretty sure the 2-stop is the prime strategy. So it makes sense maybe if they're planning on going for a Q2 on the softs to start. Maybe they could use the mediums in this session. Certainly anyone using the mediums in this session, I would expect that to be basically a confirmation that they're going to qualify on soft.
yeah, it's basically so they get a bit more scrub on a minute, so they're alright for rate when the race when they put them on during the race, during a pit stop. But yeah, some people are saying like soft, medium, medium. I mean, I've seen people actually go the soft hard route. I've also seen people also go the actual soft medium soft route, and someone has Savage.
That's Savage on the wall.
Yeah, it's before this long straight sector.
Oh yeah, he's lost his end plate there. See how it's coming.
Old Mara go for the castle.
Oh, very close to that wall there. Incredibly aggressive.
Bit brave during qualifying, really.
He's a very highly skilled
Because
driver. If anyone can do it, he can. It was it's a bit brave for mine to say, certainly.
So if you hit the wall though, that means you're out of qualifying though. So if you bin your car, that means you're out, and then you're literally going to start 15th.
Yeah.
So
Maybe not a horrible place to start on this track.
there's Ultimate Arrow coming down a set time. So let's see what is posted by a racing point. The Pink Beast. So 1:39.1. That's actually that's not a bad time. There will be
So that's right,
138s, and there might even be a 137 as well. We have an Anthony in a 139.3.
makes that racing point lap
There's
look
a Haas
even
and a
better.
Ferrari, which is... So I'm missing the Haas, I missed the Haas, sorry. Let's grab Steve though. So Sack posts a 139.9 and Snake.
Ultimate Arrow's
posts a
lap looking very good.
139.9. Another incident. Meet Dean with a 140.6. We have both for one. Yeah, we have a racing point on a hot lap. And then Cookie's saying, "Come on, guys, give us a show." We're there going, "It's the calm before the storm. Storm Dennis ain't been here yet."
It's on its way though.
Or should
We
we,
got a
call
yellow
it Storm
flag.
Angie? Oh, and it's just after the castle. We have a Mercedes. Is it actually crashed? He's
As
Mr.
Wellington.
Waddo. I think he's just slowed down. I think he's just slowed down and no damage by looking at that. And I'm trying to grab... Oh, sorry, Phantom, Miss Phantom. Phantom posts a 141.4. Smooth posts a 142.2. And there's a Ferrari coming. I don't know, it's not Dan, it's Steve. It's Steve going into the pits.
Yeah, Wellington's run out of fuel. That's the why it's going so slow.
And Steve is going for actually a hot lap here again. It's validated. We got a Toro. Which Toro is it? There's only one Toro. Well, I'm asking for which Toro it is. It's Delphi. Last season he had the record. He went into the pits 8 times. Let's see what he does today. Oh,
Savage is out.
is
He's
out.
in the wall.
Yep. He is. He has crashed in sector 3 where the Merc is just coming through. Actually, somewhere down here. There he is. He's facing the right way. So just be careful in sector 3. Technically, that should bring out a safety car in qualifying, but we don't have one. Because that is a nice place
it
to
seems
park
like
your
an
car.
unnecessary risk. Anyone staying in the pits not doing a lap is going through, and he's essentially put himself out in Q3 when he would have gone through if he just didn't get in the car.
He's going through anyway, because only 15 cars go through, so he's going to go into Q2. It's just he's not going to have a car, so it literally means he's going to basically qualify 15th.
Exactly.
Which is if he just cruised around and put a lap in, and he could have just waited and just seen what other people had did in the Q2, and people might have binned it in Q2. He may have got through 3 or 4 places, but I mean, it is what it is. I am watching. Healthy posts 144.3. Swifty posts 142.5. Something tells me a lot of these times are safe times.
I would, knowing Neil as well as I do, I would imagine there's probably a heavy amount of fuel in that car. Often in a Q3 when he doesn't really need to push for a lap, he'll almost treat it like a practice session and put a lot of fuel in and go and do some laps to get his eye in for the race.
He also might have a bit of sandbag in the back as well.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. So I'd expect to see a faster time. Rubbernecker on the fly, just coming down the back straight now.
Watching him. She could be on for what, a 138, 139? Yeah, 139.
Just a long way back.
140. Oh, a little bit off. He goes into 5th. We have another yellow flag. Or is that just him throwing it? Looking on the track. We have Red Bull out. Swifty. Is it Swifty on a... No, Swifty's not on the hot lap because he's 4 seconds over Mr. Newman in sector 2. Red Bull. Here comes the castle. Amazes me how close some of these guys get to them walls. I think, geez, I must say, you don't really realise it until you actually watch people go through them.
Yeah, it's a track that does fortune the brave. Little snap of oversteer from Joe there coming out that corner. Purple sector 2 though.
Yeah, I think the Red Bulls will dominate Sector 2, to be fair. I mean, they've got basically the best handling car on the track, to be fair. It's here that's going to pay the price.
You can see it.
It's how much they're going to lose, yeah. You can see it on the
Wow.
the speed the car's going, yeah. 140.1. I mean, he hit the 210, but that was way later than what the Merc and the Ferrari have been hitting. They've been hitting the 110 way before the pit bit, and he was hitting 110 just over the pit line, the start line. He's on there's a Merc there. It did look like it's slowing down. So we have 2 cars out, and that is... Oh no, we have both Red Bulls out, sorry. Blue dots there, don't tell me.
You got the Alpha coming down the back straight. He's
Yeah, I've got him now, yeah, I've got Swifty. He's 1/10 up just now. He was for 1/10 up. I must have missed that last thing. He's 1/10 up in the first sector.
I don't think it's going to be an improvement.
No, it's not. 8/10. Too slow. Now with the ERS. So are either of the Red Bulls, well, is Joe actually, I doubt Joe's on a hot lap now, is he? Surely not. No, he's not.
I think they're both
Gareth
coming in.
Glamborn is the only one that's actually on a hot lap. No, Dean's on an out lap, so he'll be on a hot lap next. So once Gareth comes across the line, I go to Dean. So what do you reckon top 10 qualifying time's going to be? Looking at the time so far.
I think a lot of these guys have got a lot more to gain. The 130, the pole's definitely going to be in the 138s. I think you need.
I think the top 10 will be 140.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Gareth posts 146.3, but that's just I think a bit of a safe time, just to
Yeah, his
your
ERS
eye
hasn't
in.
turned up or anything like that.
yeah.
A little bit like Swifty
Good
Pickwick seems
Dean
to
and
be
the Red Bull.
putting some laps in.
Purple sector 1.
Ooh, that was very close. Oh, looks nicely balanced.
This is the corner that you know if they're balanced or not. Oh, we have an incident. Swifty. In the pits.
Purple sector 2.
That's the 2.
Absolutely flying.
The fast lap of the race so far. No qualifying so far. Now this will tell us how much the Red Bull is actually losing down a straight compared to the Racing Point. Oh, Newman is out of the session. He's retired in the pits.
They're losing so much time in that last sector, aren't
That
they?
is massive. That is absolutely massive. Wow. That surprised me. That surprised me. Went wrong way. Gareth in the pits, so we have one car left out, and that is it. And I would have thought Dean is coming into the pits. Oh no, he's not blue flag yet. The lights ain't flashing, but yeah.
I mean, it would be crazy for anyone to come back out and get on new tyres, so I'd imagine this is essentially all we're going to see.
I was just amazed how much the Red Bull lost down that straight. That is just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's Yeah, it's undeniable. Watching that lap with Dean.
So that's at least 6/10 of losing down that straight.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
definitely.
a lot to give up. I'll say we'll see in a bit more in the Q1 and Q2 and hopefully Q3 if they're all in there as well. So we're going to see a few of these now retire because they're all going to be waiting for the next Q2. Everyone is through. Mechanical sack retiring as well. Should sack him for that.
I suspect they're just trying to get it to skip through.
Yeah. Yeah, I say it's alright as long as everyone does it. There's normally always one person that doesn't though. So that is presume Q1 finished.
Certainly looks that way.
So,
Although we've got Ferrari
so
on and
have
out now.
fun. We have. We've also. That surprised me. I did not actually see them coming out the pits. Oh. Yeah, there's a billboard there, Steve.
It doesn't look like he's winding up to do a hot lap, I've got to admit. Looks a little bit more like he's driving at his Tesco's. Here we go.
Jesus, that car's quick down there.
Yeah, it kicked in but pretty quickly, didn't it?
Oh, Steve. I think Ferrari just want a sponsorship deal, obviously, because they just want TV time.
Brilliant piece of marketing.
And maybe we do have an Alpha out as well, so if everybody's got a Ferrari engine, you can come out and play.
Oh, he's taking himself off. He's taking himself down.
Wow. Wow.
Is that P14
That's a
for
Ferrari
the Ferrari?
out. That
They're not
is
going to get that
P14
car
for
together
Ferrari.
again for Q2.
That is wow. That is a
That is huge.
risk that didn't pay off. Wow.
Well, just when you thought pull off Q1 was over. Drama. Absolute drama. I imagine he's got his head in his hands right now.
Well, see, if I was 50 now, I'd be diving straight into the pits to get out of the way.
Yeah, well, knowing Swifty, he just said hold my beer. So this could be an interesting lap.
What happens if Steve's car's still there?
I would have hoped they'd moved it by now. It's not a good omen for the race, but it's going to be exciting to see the Ferrari come up from the back. Not so good for the Ferrari, it's good for everyone watching though.
Well, let's say the problem is now, it's going to have to force through the pack.
Absolutely.
With being at the back, I mean, anything can happen. It's...
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not,
I don't know.
it's not the kind of track you want to be having to deploy an aggressive strategy for. And starting from the back, aggressive strategy is all he's going to have.
I think it's a Monaco sort of issue. Be on pole and you've got a massive chance of winning the race.
I mean, there's going to be safety cars. There's definitely going to be a lot of safety cars. So there's every chance. He's just got to keep his car together. There's going to be that improvement there.
Everyone's on about safety cars. Watch, we're probably going to get something stupid and not have any safety cars at all. That would just be so funny if it was like everyone saying
Could
that.
happen. But what I will say is we've had 2 retirements in Q1 without any pressure, without any need to be setting laps. So I have a feeling there's maybe going to be some retirements in the race. Current evidence suggests that's probably going to be true.
So let's see what Mr. Neil. 3 on 4. We're not looking to be here now.
So that was
So
well worth
everybody
watching.
is, well, everybody's through, but we've already got 2 retirements from Q2, so we have no Williams and no Ferrari.
13
So
car Q2.
basically, there's only 3 cars that can go out. Those 2 are already.
Nardo down looking like a
Really
genius.
no time either.
That's an extra set of tyres to qualify on as well. An extra set of soft tyres for the race that he hasn't put any on, but potentially.
No, I thought he'd come out, to be fair, so.
Maybe he just didn't out
Yes.
that and did set time. Or maybe it was invalidated.
We did see something, but yeah. I mean, it was a massive surprise, so it'll be interesting to see what Dan does now and what the Mercedes do now. If they know Steve's at the back, because I mean Steve's actually got a pick of tyre, hasn't he? And so is Savage. They'll have a pick of the tyre they want. So
Yeah, I mean, they'll have a pick along with the 3 people that go out of Q2. They can all pick whatever tyre they want. It's only the
they've
top
also
10.
got a coffee break right now too, or a sandwich
Yeah.
break,
Yeah, they have got a break.
or
I'm
a
pretty
sweets
sure.
one.
Pretty sure both of them would rather have not had the break though. If it was offered to them.
Probably, I would be very surprised.
Yeah.
First car out is actually Mechanical Sack. I was actually already on them, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, me too. That was very convenient. Gotta imagine Ben Hazelwood is not a very happy man right now.
I think the Mercedes boss was exactly the same at China as well. It is what it is. I know Bahrain won it. China, yeah, Bahrain. Sorry. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens in the race. Can't really say nothing now until after the race. Ben just said in the TOTD Twitch chat, nope, I'm not Matt. So Ben is not very happy. So, but it is what it is, and we'll see what happens. At least it's Steve and he's in a Ferrari as well, so he's experienced enough to come back to the field. His brother did it 2 weeks ago, so 3 weeks ago I think it was, at Australia. So, see if he can do what his brother did. We have Sack, Joe Luman, Dan, Robert Necker, Wado, so both Mercs are out on laps, and we have Dean.
Yeah, a few people go for those
Nice.
mediums as well.
Thank you for telling me that. Tyres on.
You've got the Mercs, the Renault, Dean, all out on the medium so far. About time to see some proper
Bernie.
qualifying.
Problem is, it only takes like 2 or 3 people to start putting soft times in and knocking our mediums down, and then all of a sudden they got to all go on to softs. So I mean,
So like the Mercs, I would imagine, and the Ferrari are probably quick enough to get into Q3, even on the mediums. It probably doesn't matter. There's certainly more of those midfield teams, the Racing Points, the Haas, even the Renaults. They're probably going to have to jump on those softs if they want to make it through. It's not such a issue on 100% as the 2 stops are prime strategy anyway.
so we'll see. I mean, I think it'll definitely be interesting to see what people will do. I think I've got to say, I reckon maybe a 1 or 2 that try the hard route,
Ooh.
maybe.
I would expect anyone trying a 1-stop to be qualifying on medium tyres, because on the 100% the soft hard is a very, very poor strategy. So anyone that's going through on soft here, I would probably expect to be a 2-stopper.
see. I mean, people do lots of different strategies. That sort of makes Formula 1 the way it is, with different strategies and deals. So we'll see. Let's see what Sack posts. This is a 140.4. Which Mercedes is it though?
He had a big snap over to come out of the castle section where he lost a bit of time there. He's definitely got more time.
Posts a 140.5. Joe Newman posts a 140.2. That's not a good omen though for the Red Bull. Seeing a Mercedes post a 140.5 on mediums.
Yeah, and a few steps back.
Right, Dan posts a 139.9. Goes into first. We have only a validated lap anyway. Swifty's gone into the pits, which leaves Asper's. I think Dean is the only one that's actually on. We haven't. He's on third sector now. Oh, we have a yellow flag at sector 2. And they can post a 141.0.
Ooh. Just nearly taken into the
Ferrari by look of things. It's a Ferrari to me, wasn't it? No, it was.
Got some traffic going into Castle.
I say it's hard to see. Well, me Dean in the validated laps. So I don't know who is actually on a hot lap.
Yeah, I think he's on a hot lap.
Knowing that your mic is crackly and echoey apparently. I don't know if that's me or Ultimate Arrow posts
140. Yeah, I'm back. Hopefully that's sorted out. Also, we've had a little brush with the wall there. I just saw that.
yeah, it's fine now.
Good. Yeah, he's just coming down the finishing straight now. He had a little clip with the wall. I don't know whether it's given him any wing damage. Can't see any damage.
Else is sorry, got that.
See what Snoop's got. 41.2. Not sure that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I think it's just Swifty out and half down now, isn't it? And don't know. That's an outlap, yeah. So yeah, Swifty's the only one that's actually on a hot lap now in sector 2, in sector 3.
Very nice for that corner.
Purple sector 2.
It's a long way back.
Yeah, sorry JBL, I had the mic the wrong way around. Well, not the wrong way around, but I let my chin for a second. Swifty posted 143, yes. 143.0, so who's first? Is that the Red Bull?
We've got Haas and a Red Bull really close together.
But the Haas is getting a toe off the Red Bull. Dean posts 140.2, was that? Oh, there's contact. There's contact between the Haas and the Red Bull.
They both managed to kind of be finishing their hot laps together. That's very strange.
I think it was the Glamour one, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Right. Meet Dean, is that? Yes, it is. Posted 139.9 on medium. Oh, no, softs. Yeah, he has gone to softs. He was on medium, so yes. Interesting. They're starting to move to softs. Here we go. Here we go. Right, and that is
Toro and a Racing Point still not to settle that.
Phantom.
DK Phantom's just about to.
140.9. It goes into 8th with his teammate right next to him. But his teammate is on mediums, though.
Telfie on a flyer coming into the castle section. A little bit wild on the exit. Oh, very close to the wall.
Don't know if you want to be that close to the wall in the race. And here comes Telfie. That's who he posts. He posts a 142.5 and goes into 11th. At the moment, the eliminated people will be Telfie, Swifty, Lamborn, and Steve and Snake Hips and Savage. Sorry. Already eliminated as it stands, and we have a Renault going into the pits, I presume. Yes, it is. We have a Haas still going around at the bottom here, and he's going into pits. Oh no, he's coming out. He's going in. So what's actually how we got? We got mechanical sack. That's
Just about to push time.
yes, he is. He's half a second up on his time as well. So let's see.
Could be good enough for pole.
It is pole with a 139.8. We have 2 cars. I'm not on hot laps. Well, which are on hot laps, I should say. Sorry. I presume. No, he's not. So we have one. Telfie. No, Telfie's 1 second over. So
He's backed out.
yeah. So I think the only one that's actually on anything going well, going to be on anything in a minute, will be Robin Ecker, unless Telfie is. Well, Telfie might be saving actually, because he's still at 67% ERS, so you'll stay with him.
Yeah, I expected to see a few more people diving out pits at the end of the session. I guess they think maybe people aren't going to improve below. Gareth stayed in the pit. Swifty's going to just about get out in time and go around and do a lap on softs.
Was he relying on Swifty though, not putting a better time than that in? I don't know.
I'd be worried that he's definitely got it in him. The lap he's got already is on mediums, and it was scruffy.
What's he come out now in softs?
He's on softs now.
Yeah, this is where he could put a time in then. So there'd be this smooths there. He might be a bit nervous. He's a bit late now because he can't come out. So,
Yeah, I'd be nervous.
I'd be
Robinecca
very
obviously going out, not
nervous.
thinking that he's safe.
I don't know. I think Robinecca's safe. I don't know if both of them will go under the low. Well, basically under 141. So I'd say. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. He's just not risking it though, is he? And he's come back into the pits now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Telfie's. He doesn't look like he's up. See under the sector.
Oh, he's at the wall, so that doesn't help.
Yes.
Not help.
There was definitely a crunch there. He's 4 temps up. He's
yeah.
damaged his wing. He's not going to improve.
So as it stands, well, Telfie
It's all on Neil.
is definitely out. Lambourne is definitely out. So we will see. So we'll have to watch to see what he posts, but there's definitely all down to Swifty to see if Smooth is eliminated or not. And yeah, he's on the pits. Oh, he's just killed himself, I think. Yep.
It's 2 temps up already. That's not enough, but it's a start. It needs to find about 1.7 seconds. A huge amount of time. Very nice through there. Should be able to maximise the Ferrari engine down this straight. Euros after the second sector. 7 temps up. He's found some more time. Not sure he's going to find enough time for this last sector there. It's all down on Ferrari power. Oh, not quite.
I don't know. Oh, he's 11th. So Swifty is into Q3. So we have our 10 drivers into Q3, which is Mechanical Sack in a Haas, Nolodan Ferrari, Meet Dean in a Renault, Joe Newman Red Bull, Dean the Fat Bean in a Red Bull, Wado in a Mercedes, Arrow in a Racing Point, Phantom in a Racing Point, Rubbernecker in a Mercedes, and Smooth in a McLaren. Both Mercedes and Arrow are both all starting, well, them three are starting on the medium tyres in the race. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I would imagine the starting on mediums as well. You're gambling a little bit on there not being too many incidents at the beginning. Because if you get a big incident at the beginning, obviously it's going to favour those soft runners quite a lot. Let's see who's eager to get out. See some movement.
Yeah, both Racing Points.
We got House coming as well.
Everybody's coming. There's a Ferrari behind that as well. But I think I've seen. Yeah, both red Racing Points, Mercedes, Haas, McLaren, Renault, Ferrari, both Red Bulls. The only one that's staying in is Rubbernecker. So Rubbernecker is the only car that's still left into the pits by himself.
Oh, he's coming as well now. He's just giving himself a bit of space. Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah,
These
so
cars
it's
are all
crazy
gonna have
them
to
all
back
coming
off
out at the
quite a
same.
lot.
Yeah, it's crazy how much they all come out in one go.
A lot of them are gonna have to back off.
Well, they don't seem to be, which could be interesting.
But I think they're all probably quite eager for a tow, but you don't want to be really close behind other cars going through the second sector here. It's the
Oh,
time.
one place gone. On Mauro.
Arthur Bowler. He's gonna have to go back in.
Yeah, I can't see him posting a time. I would have thought he'd go in to get a new win.
So GK Phantom's going to lead him round.
Yeah.
We've got a Ferrari holding up, backing off some Red Bulls pretty. All three of them very close.
Surely the Red Bulls would like pull away and pull off a bit. I mean, come on, that's just
Asking for an incident.
yeah.
Waddington is also incredibly close behind GK Phantom.
That is the incident I'm watching. Well, it's not the incident, but that's the situation I'm watching.
Yeah, Arthur. The McLaren and Arthur. Anthony Bowles, sorry, are also very close. Oh, look how close the Ferrari and the Red Bulls are, all on their laps. Wellington's got purple Sex 1, but he's now right up behind the racing point.
So any mistake now by Phantom, and that there goes the fastest lap. Well, one of Ant's fastest chance of the laps. It's just, yeah.
GK Phantom has definitely slowed Wellington down through that section. It's obviously not really his fault, but Wellington's definitely losing time here.
They really got themselves to blame, really being that close up to a slower car,
It's
which
crazy.
it is through the slower section. It's just, yeah, it is. It's crazy. It's going to get a bit back here, but was it worth it? We'll find out.
The Ferraris and the Red Bulls as well that are incredibly close, nose to tail.
Right, Ant posts a 139.6 and Phantom posts a 141.0. I'm surprised, I think this would have been a low of 139 than that. Yes.
Dean the Fat Bean is purple sector 1 and 2, as far as I can tell.
Mechanical Sack posts a 139.9, Smooth posts a 142.3, and Dean posts a 140.8. We have both Red Ferraris and Red Bulls. Ferrari goes on pole. And Dean
Red Bull
has gone
beats
into
him.
pole in the 139.3.
He's managed to use the toe of that Ferrari to make up the difference.
But it looks like Joe Newman actually paid the price for it though, because he didn't post time.
Yeah, I think I saw him cut a corner. I think he invalidated his lap. They were all very close together.
And Robert Necker posts 140.0. We have O'Mara out lap. I'm not too sure who is going to be posting a time now. I'm not. He's on a flashing light. He's on a flashing light. So's him. Just trying to see who's still got fuel left. And the RS, I think Robert Necker is the.
He's just Arthur Bowler is on a flying lap now. We got McLaren.
Yes, he's just let
He's
Hart
in the
someone
Walnut
pass.
Castle.
Looks like they got no damage though, so I think they just maybe let someone pass. I don't know.
Waddington has run out of fuel again.
They're saving the economy.
Really
That is.
fueling that car light. Yeah, absolutely. It's a big one for the environment. Oh, off the Bowler in the wall.
Wow,
And the castle.
that could be
there's anyone else on their flying laps.
No, there's not. No. It's just Rubbernecker at the moment, I think. And a Ferrari, maybe.
He's going to start
Going into
P10.
pits. Yeah, it's going to go into pits. What's going on? My game will not let me go up. Oh, there we go. Wouldn't let me go up for a minute. No, so yes. But no, yes. 10th place for Almanaro, which I say looks so good in the Q1 and Q2. So that was a bit of a shame.
Maybe a driver to watch coming through the field.
Yeah, with a Ferrari. That'll be interesting to watch. So basically there's Lowson Red Bull out on our out lap, and Mick Dean has just come out the pits for an out lap, so we will stay with the Red Bull.
After being in there, having that lap heavily in the traffic of the Red Bull and the Ferrari in front of him, it makes sense for him to come out now while the track is quiet, just get a lap down.
I would have thought the same though for Wado, to be fair, because I think he was held up by at least half a second maybe. And that would be pole.
Yeah, I would say so. He
we
definitely
have a
lost a lot of
Haas
time
coming out
for
the
the second
pits,
sector.
which is mechanical sack is coming out the pits. So is a Ferrari by look on that with him. And the McLaren's coming out as well.
It's very good for these tight corners, the Red Bull.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of the slower cars will love this second sector. It's there really is. I think the win is going to be the first and third sector could win this.
Yeah, I mean the thing is you it's all well and good being fast through the second sector, but you're not going to overtake someone through Castle.
No, that's the thing.
I'd much rather have the car that's faster on the back straight. Joe Newman has invalidated his lap according to my data.
He has, yes he has. So we have
Pressure's on. Yeah, he's definitely has.
mechanical sack. Oh no, Mick Dean, sorry, the hot lap, and so is I think. So just Mick Dean is on a hot lap.
See what the sector says.
There's the only problem with trying to keep up with these yellow flags, because some of them you don't know if they're letting people pass or if they'll actually hit something.
It should be easier to tell in the race though. Imagine there'd be much less people letting each other pass.
Yeah.
They're just going to have a guy permanently holding a yellow flag out there. Oh, very close to all from Dean. He's still valid. Scrappy as hell, but it's valid. Going for the jump corner, very nicely done.
It'll be interesting to see how they
That's
take
a
that in the
safety
race, because that'll be the interesting part.
It's a brave way to take that corner. It's my favourite way of taking that corner. I don't know whether I'd do it in some damage though.
It's going to pay the price. This is the problem. He's got fast sector 2, but he's going to lose it on this straight.
Yeah, the Renault engine not known for its straight line speed. He's improved up to fourth.
He's into fourth with a
good lap.
39.6.
I think he'd be happy with that.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm saying it's. I think it's probably about as fast as. Well, saying that he made mistakes though. He did make mistakes. So
there's more time there. So I feel like he's should be pretty happy. There's definitely more time to come from Waddington though.
We have Ferrari down at 1/10, which would actually be pole if he gets it. He's into sector 3, coming to the straights. This should be pole. It is pole
And it
by
is.
3 tenths. 139.0. Ferrari is on pole. So mechanical sack is just posted a 139.2. Oh, that's a deliberate crash, I think. That is going to be. Oh, meet deans invalidated.
We've got an interesting one. So we've got Waddington and Rubbernecker in the Mercs. Just coming to the last corner now.
And I think Joe Newman
Rubbernecker
has
giving
left
Waddington a
it
tie.
too late to do his hot lap. He's got 9 seconds to get down this straight and cross that line. I think he may have timed it too late.
He's not going to make it.
So
he's not gonna
is
make
going to
that.
start in 9th position. That is a Red Bull out of any real chance. And here comes Wado. Both
Mercs.
Mercs, both of them, yeah. So it's Rubbernecker's posted a 139.4, and Wado goes into pole by 4 thousandths of a second, isn't it? Or is it
Wow.
4 hundredths of a second?
Yeah,
Sorry, 4 hundredths of a
400s, yeah.
second. So we
Doesn't matter
have,
how much though, it's enough.
I think we have our
Dan
laps.
isn't
So
on a
we
flyer.
have a Phantom's on at 1. He's
Racing
up
point.
1.2 seconds. If he posts that time, he should. Well, he'll stay where he is. And he has.
Oh, only just 8,000th of a second.
So our top 10 are. I think everybody is finished, haven't they? Yes, he's finished. Dan has
Absolutely,
finished.
yeah.
So yes, we are finished. It's Ant Wado on pole in the Mercedes. Second Ferrari of Dan. Third mechanical sack of the Haas. Fourth Dean in the Red Bull. Fifth is Rubbernecker in a Mercedes. Sixth is Meet Dean in a Renault. Seventh is Phantom in a Racing Point. Eighth is McLaren. Ninth is McLaren. Not eighth, sorry. Joe Newman in ninth in a Red Bull, and 10th is Arrow in a Racing Point. So how do you think qualifying went?
Yeah, it was well, a lot of incidents actually, a lot of drama. I was not quite expecting that. I think Smooth, I think has done a great job there. P8, I think he's going to be very happy with that. Dean as well in the Renault. I think mechanical sack starting third. Anthony Bauer is going to be very, very happy with that. Joe Numo, I'm not quite sure. He got some unlucky with traffic. I'm sure he's not going to be very happy starting ninth. I feel like he probably feels like he could have done better. Obviously the Ferrari coming from the back as well.
I did invalidate his lap, so I mean, it was.
Yeah, he had a lot of traffic. He didn't have the best of luck there.
And we have a 5-minute break before the race, so grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and get ready for carnage, basically. Anybody want to play Wrecked? And they are readying up, so we are ready to go. Hopefully, Matt, you're there, because we are about to start.
Absolutely, I'm here. I wouldn't miss it.
We have a warm-up lap first, though. That's going to be interesting, but just getting for the warm-up lap. The formation lap, sorry. Oh, it looks like Dean is not even been. There's not even done the formation lap by looking at that, because I can't even click on him. So I do not know what happened to Dean in the Red Bull. So
It looks like he isn't on the grid. Perhaps he's having technical difficulties.
yeah. The problem is technical difficulties now, which means it's not going to be able to race because the car will not be there, and then if he comes back in, his car will not be there. So that is
It's unfortunate.
there's a fourth place Red Bull gone then, as it stands. And the lovely castle section we were watching. So basically everyone up from 5th upwards have all gone up a place, which makes it a lot easier for the Ferrari and the Red Bull to get back up the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it means that the Renault is going to have an open space in front of it as well of Meet Dean. So he's definitely going to have a... It's not a horrible thing to have at the start of an Azerbaijan race.
So it's
one
if
less
it's on
car.
the left hand side though, that's the issue. If you're on the left, you're still going to get squeezed.
Yeah, you just have to... you have to be brave.
Well, at least no one actually got put like directly into the pits. I mean, onto the grid. So at least everyone did the formation lap properly. So we are going to the start.
Here we go.
TOTD Season 3 Race 4 Azerbaijan. Lights are... Let's go! Let's go. Let's see what happens. Oh, someone did not... yeah, that's right, yeah. Oh, there's incidents as the Red Bull went to the wall. I mean, Racing Point into the wall. So that is
Safety car.
safety car without even
Rubbernecker's
a
going to back
corner.
power.
And Phantom is the one that pays the price. And yeah, we have no Meet Dean's Dean the Fat Bean. So his car is technically it's saying he's in a session. Oh, we have a 5-second penalty for severe collision under safety car with Meet Dean.
There's a lot of cars overtaking. It's going to be a lot of penalties going around.
So everyone wanting the safety car? Well, you've got one. There's got to be a record though. First corner.
There's a lot of debris over the track. There's a lot of end plates missing. As I'm
Anybody
looking
want a
down through the
puncher?
grid, there is a lot of wing damage. Rubbernecker is missing some of his front wing. Anthony Bauer is missing some of his front wing.
Well, I'll tell you one thing though. Snake Hips
Buff Bowler.
up 6 places on the first corner. this
Yeah,
has
he's,
actually massively helped him. Massively. That has just, and he started on mediums as well, so. Ooh, O'Mara.
He's just got past half a bowler.
That means bowling must have
Yeah,
actually.
O'Mara's missing part of his wing. He's not able to do much. Up into 7th.
At the moment,
It's
I
a
am
huge first lap for him.
seeing the fight with the leaders at the moment. It's Dan's all over the back of Anthony and Watto. Joe Newman's gone past Sack as well into 4th. Oh, Joe Newman's the 5th. Meet Joe Newman's
Rory in
up
the
to
Merc
3
battling.
places.
Quite a few cars in the
Let's
pits.
so say, yeah, we have
Loads of cars in the pits.
Rubbernecker in the pits with Mercedes, and Swifty, and Smooth, and Steve. Steve's in the pits as well, which is the Ferrari is in the pits. Otmar is also in the pits. A lot of cars, yes, a lot of cars.
Michael
in the pits.
Savage, 7th position in the Williams. What a start.
Went from
Gareth
15th.
Telfig, 5th, 6th, 7th. Incredible.
Keep it clean, wins the race.
The
Not
Merc
win
and the
the race,
Ferrari are
but-
battling going into Castle section.
I actually thought the incident would
These
be at the
drivers are
castle.
going all out. I thought that they might be tentative at the beginning, but this is no holds barred. So the Snake Hips of Ferrari's going to have to do it again. Dan's got a run on the Merc. Side by side going into the first corner.
There's Joe Newman with a fast lap of the race. Oh, the Ferrari is awfully close to that wall. Jeez.
Dan got now the DRS. Michael Savage coming up on Gareth. Oh, Gareth's gone real deep. He's off of the first corner. He's driven a long way down the wrong road there.
I normally like to watch the rest of the field, but this is an absolutely amazing battle up front here, so it's really hard to go away.
I'll try and keep an eye on the rest of it for you.
Anthony's
EK
actually
Phantom
made
is
a
in the
mistake.
pits again for a second time in 3 laps.
That's what changed
Yeah.
pretty soon.
Renault of Dean is going to get a run on Joe Numa here. Oh, Dean nearly hits the wall. Oh, look at the speed difference on that Red Bull.
Well, we have now
Dean up
got
to third.
DRS as well now, so anyone with DRS down that straight will have anyone. So it sounds that Phantom was actually his only stop as well. He's actually only stopped once, so I don't know, unless he had a drive-through.
My apologies.
So it might have had a
Oh,
drive-through.
possibly, maybe.
Rubbernecker
Oh,
sets the
Geno's in the
flag.
wall. Has he got any damage? I think it was his tyre rather than his front wing. He might be okay.
That's still very risky though with same damage. Could have got a puncture
yeah.
from that.
Nardo Dan's reeled in Waddington again in the Merc.
Yeah, Batman's Just got back 2 tenths back on him. Yes. There we go, down to intervals, so we know what we're doing. So far, Rubbernecker is all over the back of the Williams, and he's got past him. Rubbernecker is now into 6th position in the Mercedes. Let's go back to the fight for lead, because there's 2 tenths now. The thing is that you've got to remember
go
is
at it again.
softs against mediums though, so I mean, all Ant's got to do, Wado's got to do is keep Dan behind him and it'll wear Dan's tyres out longer than what. Oh, throw it to the wall, right end plate. Now that'll make things a bit more awkward.
I think that's probably the end of that battle.
It is, yes, I would have think so too, which means now Joe Newman, oh, wow. In that one set, the Joe Newman just dropped 4 tenths per second to meet Dean, so the Renault into 3rd, staying in 3rd. That is so far, I'm very, very surprised. I mean, Dean is a great driver, I was just surprised that car is capable of actually being that quick here.
Yeah, he's getting the most out of it, isn't he?
Rubbernecker with the fast lap of the race with a 1:45.1, and mechanical sack is all over the side of, oh, is an end plate gone? Of Savage, I think, or is it something?
Oh, he's kept the position.
Yes. Oh, he's at the wall. He's at the wall. Yeah, with the left and right wall. That is definitely going to be a pit stop. And now, well, Steve Snakers has passed him as well.
It was a bit more than an end plate. Such a shame. Still a long way to go though.
So he was doing really well as well, because I say he got up to 7th position, well, 6th position at one point. So that
I feel like
is,
maybe the battle with Anthony Bauer wasn't necessary. He was always going to get past him.
Oh, overshot that.
Oh yeah, Savage is off the track.
And he's now going to lose
Not quite sure where he is.
He is just before the castle.
Where is he? Oh yeah, I couldn't. That was a stretch. I can't quite figure out how he got there.
Needs to be overrun it, man, to run off it.
You have to crawl that back round to the pits.
So,
Rubbernecker is reeling Telfie in on the back straight.
And Dan is into the pits. The Ferrari is into the pits.
As well. Red Bull's right behind him in there. Telfie's going to lose 5th.
That wing change though has cost him massively though. So Telfie moves into. Telfie is into 4th as it stands. I'm surprised Telfie hasn't got a nosebleed.
Yeah, he's going to be very happy with himself right now, but he's just got to keep it together.
I'll say any of the ones with the slower cars, just say if they keep it clean, they've got a massive chance of getting something out of this race. Admittedly, there's more cars in this race than what I thought there would be at this stage of the race.
Yeah, they're still running this. That's the thing. You've got to. There's points on offer for anyone that can finish, and probably good points as well. So that's the main thing. If you've got to get another wing, go get another wing and get back out there. If there's a long safety car period, you can make up a couple of laps back on the field. So just keep going.
So I think the only fight at the moment is between 5th, 6th, 7th, and maybe 8th.
Yeah, it's got a big fight though.
Joe Newman 5th in a Red Bull, then Dan in a Ferrari, then Sack in a Haas, and Steve in a Ferrari. So
yeah, it's bubbling up nicely. There's a lot of very talented drivers in a queue here, very close together. Fireworks predicted. All very close to all from down there.
It's getting a bit lively, these walls.
Telfie looks a little bit like a sitting duck in that Toro also.
I think the Haas is as well as a mechanical sack, because Steve is all over the back of him, but he's on the medium, so that is interesting.
I think we're going to end up 3 wider into the first corner.
I think you're also going to find 2 Ferrari next to each other.
Oh no. nicely done. All those drivers there. Sadly, Fatelfi lost 2 positions in that one corner. There's not a lot he could have done though. He's just got to keep on the road.
Yeah, it's awkward because I say you're stuck between like
This
the
isn't his
fastest
race, is it?
two cars on this track. I mean, I say it's not his track, but I mean he did really well getting up there, same with Savage and that. But I mean, getting basically.
Absolutely, but there's no need to avoid like Savage getting the. Yeah, you're just going to pick up damage like Savage did. That's what sent him back. So. And that's the experience of Telfi, perhaps, in this situation where, he knows, whereas Savage is obviously still in his first couple of races at TOTD.
The thing is, I mean, you let them through on a straight, so I mean, you technically can go behind them and then basically follow them through, so you would gain out of it as well, so it's not like you would lose everything. The thing is, the more you fight with someone, the more you're holding them up as well as yourself. And clean your tyres, especially if you know really that you're not really going to keep them behind you. But I say team orders do get an effect though, so if it's like now, Telfi's got Mechanical Sack behind him, which Mechanical Sack is a rival to Joe Newman.
So much straight line speed, wow.
Is the difference, but yes, this is the thing, the Red Bull gets found out down here. The Red Bull engine is just, well, the Red Bull car gets found out with the same as the Toro also does. This gets him before the line, I think, as well. Yeah. Mechanical Sack goes
Anthony
in
Bauer
Anthony
Bauer has missed a bit of his front wing though. I spotted that as he went past. He's lost an end plate again.
Newman.
Still battling. They've all kind of caught up to the back of Dean as well. Dean's been in the pits actually. I missed that, but Dean's Rubberneckers through to second, and Dean's out on fresh mediums. So it's probably a little early for a scheduled pit stop.
Unless he's going soft medium soft, maybe.
Still a little early.
We will see what his last stint is. He may go soft, medium, medium. I know there is that on there as well, and I'm sure I looked in the was a strategy there that said softs at 7 or 8 laps to then mediums and then medium again. So you can go that route. But really, the fight is really between Olodan, Joe Newman, and Snake Hips in 4th, 5th, and 6th, and the Mercs are just running away.
They're a long way ahead now.
Yes.
Gonna be happy with that. What it takes is one safety car though, and no matter how big that lead is, it comes all the way back down again. Dan gonna make a move. He looks like he's definitely making a move. That Renault engine not really helping in that. Dean not defending too hard. Doesn't want to sacrifice his own race.
Anywhere in the top 6 or 7 with a Renault, I mean, it's an amazing job even just to be there. So, I mean, they cannot be expected to be there with the cars on the grid.
Although you can see how much he's got decent speed through these first and second sectors. He's right back on the back of Dan again. It's just that straight line that he's going to suffer for.
He's also in between both Ferraris, so he's going to get the Ferrari behind him as well as the Red Bull that's behind the Ferrari as well. So
yeah, Dan really needs to kick on now. Now he's got in front. He needs to pull out and break that DRS before the Ferrari gets around his teammate gets around the runner.
So I think it's all down to the next 2 corners if he can get out within 1 second. He's already pulled 2 tenths, not 3 tenths now.
Away.
Yeah, here we go.
The moment the track opens up, he's just able to pull away. And he's a good exit.
So he's just under 1 second at the moment.
He got a good exit.
He did, yeah. Dean got a better one though. He kept it at 9 tenths. So He'll still get DRS, so...
He's definitely reeling him in.
Look at that.
He's not really catching him with the DRS open. Only a little bit. He's going to need to be much closer.
Joe Newman
the Red Bull is in the pits again.
With 4 lap old mediums though, so he must have had damage.
It's got to be for a new wing.
Yes, it is for a new wing. It is for
a
new
wing.
wing.
Telfie's back up into 7th. Just really showing the strategy of just keep going, just keep it calm.
Phantom moves past Glamborn into 11th position, and Smooth moves in front of Joe Newman with Joe into the pits. Well, Joe is in the pits. So, as it stands with lap 10 now, we have got Anthony Wado in first in a Mercedes, Rubbernecker in second in a Mercedes, third Ferrari of Dan, fourth is Meet Dean in a Renault, fifth is Snake Hips in a Ferrari, sixth is Mechanical Sack in a Haas, seventh is Telfie in a Toro Rosso, eighth is Ultimate Arrow in a Racing Point. I keep getting them mixed up. Worried about pressing the wrong bloody thing. Ninth is Smooth in a McLaren, 10th is Joe Newman in a Red Bull, 11th is Phantom in a Racing Point, 12th is Glamborn in a Haas, 13th is Swifty Pickle in a Alfa Romeo, and 14th is Savage in a Williams. Really, the only 2 fights are Joe with Smooth and Steve and Meet Dean. Steve has
and
got
it's Ferrari
DRS down
engine
here.
time. Look at that. Even before he opened the DRS,
Dean will have it.
absolutely
Yes,
really
easily, yeah.
It's got no chance. Oh, Rubbernecker in the pits though.
We have a Mercedes into the
Is
pits.
that for a new wing?
No, it's just going on to soft tyres. That's okay.
That's strange though.
That is, yeah.
I've got to imagine he's got an end plate missing from what I can see.
But he didn't look like he changed it. No, we
Yeah,
didn't change it. We didn't change it.
his
Then
front wing is
that's
damaged.
the new patch, isn't it?
That was
the new
definitely
patch.
for front wing.
Yeah, the new patch for the game. Well, the AI will only change your wing if it's orange. If it's yellow now, it won't change it. You've got to tell it to change it. So that's wow.
That
That's
is
a
gonna
massive
be
mistake.
incredibly frustrating. Yellow flag.
Oh,
It's just somebody slowing down for the pits, maybe.
Omara has just passed Telfie into 7th position.
Lamborn in the pits.
And
He didn't get a new wing. No, that looked like a scheduled pit stop.
this is if he was started on softs, this is a scheduled pit stop, and he's going on to hards. That means they're going to the end of the
so
race.
maybe
They're
that's
trying to.
Could be, if there's a safety car, could be a good strategy because you'll get a lot of positions while everyone else pits. Might as well, when you're at the back of the field, you might as well have a gamble. Worst case scenario, you get another set of tyres at the end.
Say, don't forget you've also got the fastest lap outside the top 10 near the end as well, so if he has to, he can always go for that at the end if it doesn't play out. So we have a
Imagine
Red Bull.
with the some of the struggle the drivers are having, they're not too worried about. Oh,
Joe Newman cut the corner and
he's in
hits the wall. There's his end plate gone. Right end plate gone of a Red Bull. And I don't even know how the hell that's not a legal pass. That is unbelievable. And Meet Dean is into the pits, and he's gone on to the hards. So Meet Dean is going to the end of the race on hards. Which means Rubbernecker goes into 5th, Olmara goes up to 6th. Meet Dean is now down to 7th, and he was 2nd a little while ago. Smooth has just passed Telfie, because Telfie is into the pits. So is Joe Newman. Joe Newman's in for another wing. He must
Let me
want
see
chicken
if I can
wings or
get the
something.
data here on stops.
There is, let me have a look. There is Joe
So that's
Newman on
a
his
third
third
stop for Joe Newman.
Yeah, and Dean's on 2 and Rubbernecker's on 2. But there's still no retirements though, really, as well. I mean, there's disconnections, but there's no real actual retirements from the race, so it is
Now I think the drivers are all taking it a little bit gingerly at the moment. Well, I think maybe everyone other than Waddington.
So I don't think he needs to worry, to be fair. He can take it easy and just go, can't he, with that much of a lead. But it's just up to now to see if the Ferraris can actually wheel him in, which will be the interesting part.
Yeah, he should be able to turn everything down though, save those tyres and just let everyone else have that pressure.
Apart from that, there's not really any fights now. The only fight is really with Savage and Lamborn, which is the only one that's within a second of each other. That's got to be disheartening, and when the car's on hard tyres, you're on mediums, and you're losing time to a car on hards.
Anthony Bauer and Arthur Bowler in the pits.
Yeah, and he's gone on 2 hard tyres, so he'll be going in, trying to go to the end as well. Olma Arrow's now into the pits, which means Smooth and Dean both go up position, and Phantom now goes ahead of his teammates as well. Mechanical Sack comes out of the pits and has to defend straight away. And all you can say is at least it's a racing point, and at least there's some corners coming up.
Oh.
There's a fight between Mechanical Sack and Phantom, and Ultimate Arrow and Telfie.
Definitely going to be on overtime at the front wing factory today.
I'd say so far though, it's not been actually at the castle though.
No, I've not seen
It's more on
seen a
that
few
right
people
hand
bounce
before
the
the
run
hill.
off errors.
Before downhill.
The drivers are very much respecting the track. They're all kind of having their own little personal battles with the track at the moment to really worry about having too much of an incident with somebody else. We're saying that we've got Savage and Glambon quite close together in the castle section. You just see the Williams really struggle for grip.
To catch up in sector 2, then just lose it down the 3rd and 1st sector.
Yeah, he's not able to really get close enough to make a DRS count. We've got Alpha in pits. So there's probably around the right time for a scheduled pit stop.
Yep, a Swifty vehicle into the pits, and Smooth is just past Dean. So into the 5th position, so that is a surprise.
He's having a hell of a performance here this evening, Smooth. Speaking of people having nosebleeds, he's definitely got one right now.
Just trying to see if I do believe Dean is missing a right end plate though, so that could be the reason why he has given that position up, and now he has got a Mechanical Sack behind him, gaining rapidly into playing 6th and 7th position.
Oh, that was strange. Big Dean backed off there to let Sack go through.
I think he knows he can't really fight without wing damage.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it looks like it's orange because of the way he's turning that. Yeah, it's got massive damage.
Yeah, that's more than an end plate.
Yeah, I've just seen that then. It's hard to see when they're going through the shadows because it's a black car, but yes. So I would say he gives up positions as well to Ultimate Arrow, so Dean is having a fun ride with his 3 pit stops, and surely going to make now a 3rd one. Yes, he is. And Ultimate Arrow now sets the fastest lap of the race with the racing point, with a, what was it, a 140 something? Let me have a look. So that's a 144.4. on a fresh set of softs. 2-lap old soft. Meet Dean has now gone into 11th position as it stands. We could have a reoccurrence of last week as well with this the way it's looking, because Dean is coming out just in front of Swifty. So that will meet Dean, 5-second penalty for crossing the pit line exits. So that's not going to help his his evening.
Still a long way to go in this race, but Team JBL not looking great at the moment.
No, and Savage has actually passed Lambourne and is now 7 seconds in front, so 4 seconds in front. Sorry,
Savage has just nearly taken his wing off. Well, that was very close.
So Ultimate Arrow is just behind Phantom, so will they play as teammates or are they gonna fight over it?
I expect Alpha Bowl to take this position here. Whether it's given or not. He's got a good run on him, he's on the soft tyres.
And they're fresh softs as well, so...
Yeah.
And he does, and he moves into 7th position. He's also pulled a
right over the back of Smooth.
6-second lead as well.
He's going for a
0.6. And Mechanical Sack has it. Yes, he does, and he goes into 5th position. Really, all the fights are really between 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Smooth have damage. No, it looks
like it's alright, yes.
Seems to be together, yeah. He just seems to drop back into it, maybe he made a mistake. But Ultimate Arrow coming off the back of Smooth.
We are watching it, yeah, we are watching. It's a 4 laps old softs, and he has got him pretty comfortably, to be fair.
Yeah, I think Smooth eased off a bit there.
Yeah. Can you do a rundown of all the penalties, please, for everybody, just so we know what the penalties are, please?
Let me take a look. Anthony Waddington doesn't have any penalties. Nado Dan is penalty free. Most of the drivers don't have penalties. Alpha Bowler has a 3-second penalty. Meat Dean currently has a 5-second penalty. Swifty Pickle has a 3-second penalty. That's it at the moment. There aren't too many penalties. Certainly lower down in the field, at the top of the field, there's no penalties really at all to speak of.
Although this is the interesting one to say, because there shouldn't be that many penalties. I say it's just mainly for pit stops as that lot, so it's just nice to keep and a little lie on it, so everybody knows. Ultimate Arrows is the fastest lap of the race with a 1:44.3, I think. We'll say it makes it easier as well because we don't actually have to cut the stream either, so people have to look at me looking at all the penalty points and stuff. So, so thank you.
Absolutely.
So really, the only fights as such. I mean, Steve's getting a bit on Nalo down in second and third in the Ferrari team, but apart from that, really, there's starting
the gaps to the Merc has
out.
definitely come down. They are definitely bringing him in. Not very fast, but they are bringing him in.
Well, 3 laps, 6 seconds. It's still a lot. That's still a lot. I say it's nearly 2 seconds a lap. That's and if you think about it, I mean, Snake Hips is on the same amount of tyres, 2 laps less, and he's still also reading him in as well. So this is not over by a long shot.
Definitely not.
Mechanical Sack
Imagine
has
Alpha Bowler's going to be making a move.
would have thought so. He gets a good exit here, he should have him.
That's a very good exit.
Let's see what that Racing Point engine has behind it.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
I say DRS and everything as well, so it was a pretty foregone conclusion he would get it. We have a yellow flag and it's just before the castle, so what has happened? Well, I think it was just Gareth Lambourne getting out of the way just for the castle. What a time to get blue flagged, jeez. I'll make your hair stand up a little bit. Apart from that, really, the only one that's actually in a second is Ultimate Arrow and Mechanical Sack in 5th and 6th position.
Imagine Alpha Bowler should be able to kick on now. Those soft tyres.
Problem is they do drop off quite hard though, don't they? I mean, they're really, really fast for like 3 or 4 laps, then they start to die. I mean, I know that they can go up to like 16, I think it's 16 laps they go to, but...
Yeah, I'd say they're still going to have a significant advantage.
Oh, we have the leader into the pits. Wado's into the pits and he comes out on mediums, so he's probably going to go to the softs. Well, he's got to go to the softs at the end. He's going to have to make another pit stop, so that means we have a new leader in Nardo Dan, and Snake Hips is in second. Basically, we have both Ferraris on mediums. One's on 14 laps, one's on 18 laps. And then Wado on a fresh set of mediums is just over 6/10 of a second behind, and Rubbernecker 15 seconds behind on 9 laps old softs. So we have 2 Ferraris and 2 Mercs.
He's going to be very fast at the end of the race on those soft tyres though.
Yeah, the problem is though, how bad are the Ferrari guys going to hold him up and make him burn their mediums out?
I think we're about to find out.
So it's all on the Ferrari guys now, see what they try and do. This will be very, very interesting.
He's got fresh tyres. These guys have been on these mediums a long time.
So 2 things can go happen here though. I mean, they could force him into a mistake, they could do anything really, so I mean, we'll see. He didn't catch him down the straight though, I don't think, has he? Doesn't look like it, or maybe, but he's got the outside though. We have a Williams
Savage in the way.
Yeah, that's it. And the Merc's gone into second place of Anthony Wado is into second place.
19 laps fresher tyres, it's not a lot he can really do.
He also had the massive help of DRS as well, which always helps.
Of course, yeah. He really needs to get past this lap and use the fresh part of those mediums to build his lap back out again in front. Doesn't want to get caught for another couple of laps.
So here we go. So say 8 laps is normally when they're nice and cosy, then they start to just be average. So really, yeah, it needs to be past them and try and pull away at least a big enough gap for them to be able to pit.
Really have the back of him. Right up behind him. Hopefully he's going to get him.
He should have him, yes.
That was close.
Now he's trying to... Wow. Yeah.
He's not letting him have it easy. There's not a lot he can do.
But say if they stay with him, they might be able to come back on the next DRS zone and fight for him back on the thing. But say it all depends on if he can get away now.
Oh, seems to have the wall. On the backside from that castle. He just about managed to save the nose going in.
Well, that's not going to help. And yeah, Anthony is starting to pull away. He's down to 2 seconds already. So I think
Selfie in the
is
bits.
really, which means I think Jonah passed him just before the pits as well. Which means Dean goes in front of Selfie as well into 4th, 10th position.
It's a new front wing for Selfie. He'll be happy to be back up into the top 10.
Phantom and Smooth fighting position going into the castle. Fastest lap of the race was a 1:43. I just seen.
He's
Well,
really turned it up
Anthony
now. He's got
yeah.
that leaner. This is time for him to push on.
Supposed to 1:43.8, and it's the fast lap of the race.
Bar in the pits, and the other Merc both in the pits.
So we have Steve Snakehips into the pits and Rubbernecker going onto mediums, and Steve Snakehips is onto the softs. So I think both Merc drivers have still yet got to pit then. So they are going a soft, they're basically going medium, soft strategy. I'm pretty sure Steve had to pit at the beginning of the race as well, so I think he's gonna have to go on to the mediums or at the end, I would have thought.
Yeah, he does have an extra stop. Oh wait. No, he has two. Yeah, sorry, he does. Sorry.
And Phantom has just got past Smooth into 7th position. The only... Oma Arrow is gaining on the Mercedes of Rubbernecker in 4th. He's on 11 lap at Old Softs, gaining on the Racing Point, so this will be very interesting to see. So let's just have a rundown of the fastest laps of the race for the everybody. Let's see. So we have Anthony Wado in, well, is in the lead with a 1:43.8, and that's the fastest lap inside the top 10. And outside the top 10, we are looking, oh, very close. Telfie, I think. Oh no, not Telfie. Swifty Pickle with a 1:47.1 as it stands. So we will be interesting to see where people start to change their strategy, maybe, or look.
I think their strategies are dictated by wing changes a little bit at the moment for a lot of the field.
I'd say there's a top. Not the top 10, I mean there's a massive gaps now starting to appear as well, 14 seconds and 20 seconds, so...
Yeah, it's definitely spread out quite a bit.
I know one thing, we've shown the McLaren quite a lot tonight, with way smooth performance. It's been very nice to watch.
Yeah, it's
Him
been
not
battling
giving
away.
up, not giving up and fighting all the way.
These are the kind of races that always have a decent points paying position for somebody who doesn't normally get one.
Well, at the moment, it's looking like a very good day for Racing Point for, well, Ferrari and Mercedes. I mean, it's looking very interesting. As it stands, the Constructors' title race will really, well, the Red Bulls will really pay the price. Oh, Snake hits with the fast lap of the race with a 1:42.6 on the fresh set of softs. As it stands,
He's pushing for that undercut on his teammate.
But as it stands, the race for the Constructors' Championship, I mean, it's going to be a massive hit to the Red Bulls, and so I think Mercedes will move in front of them in the Constructors as it stands. Ferrari will retain their lead and the, I would suggest, the actual distance as well. And we have Ultimate Arrow into the pits, so he will go from, I think it was 5th down to 8th position as it stands. He will keep 8th because Joe's about 30 seconds behind. I don't think that is wrong. I think that's more like...
Chico Phantom's really struggling to shake Smooth. He's kind of caught back up to him
not
again.
going anywhere. Yeah. But Smooth's now found himself right in the middle of 2 racing points.
Yeah, the one behind's going to be flying. He's not got very long to make this move if he's going to make it.
But they are under the same stable sort of thing, so... Saying that those Smooth's on 23 lap old mediums, so I think he may be pitting pretty soon anyway, so... But he's still fighting with 23 laps old mediums. So is Phantom, so that's probably why they're actually quite close together. Yeah, so. And Dan's on 20 lap mediums.
Alpha Bowler is taking huge amounts of time out of the guys in front. He's going to be onto them by the end of the lap.
I think these mediums are pretty much close to being done at 23 laps.
Yeah, they're definitely the end of their stints. Alpha Bowler's going to hope that both these cars in front are going in the pits. Phantom looks like maybe he is.
No, the Phantom is, but Smooth isn't. So Smooth staying out for another lap, which was a surprise. So Phantom gives up a... well, he should come back out in front of Joe Newman, I would have thought, maybe. We will see in a second. And yeah, it looks like he will do. So Joe Newman goes into 8th position, and now he gets between the 2 racing points. Admittedly, there's a massive gap between the 2 racing points, but yeah. So So the only car left in the race at the moment on softs is Steve Snakehips in third position. He's the only car that's on soft tyres. And there's only 2 cars on hards.
All over the back of Smooth coming into Castle.
And he has all contact by look on that, I think we've just seen.
No, I think they just about missed each other. Smooth tried to let him through, I think. I don't think he was expecting him to.
Right.
Go flag sector 2.
The leader's times. How far are people away from the leader? The top, so we go from Mercedes to... We'll go down to Mechanical Sack and Maru, 1 minute behind. Mechanical Sack at 49.7 seconds behind. Rubbernecker 41.7. And then Snakehips 17.8 and Nalidan 5.2. So they're not giving up. So it will be interesting to see what happens. Admittedly, Wado should have this. He has got softs to come onto his last stint as well, so it's all whether he make mistakes though.
So Smooth and Phantom are going to carry on going at it, this time on fresh tyres.
Right, so we will be having... Oh, as Snakehips makes the first lap of the race with a 1:42.5, and we may be being joined by the Mercedes manager in a minute, hopefully. So we can get their thoughts of the race as it stands.
It seems to all have settled down a little bit for now.
Yep, there's not really any fights anywhere or anything now, so it'll be a good time. So nothing's really happening. We may be able to grab JBL as well. And we grab one of them. Hello, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad.
I was very surprised about Rubbernecker going to pit that early. Was there actually any damage on his car?
Yeah, he was struggling with a little bit of damage, but in the end it was a little bit of a mistake on his part because he decided not to get the damage repaired, but he was supposed to go on to mediums, but accidentally went onto another set of softs, so we've had to work around that a little bit. But it's a shame, really. I mean, he's got fairly good pace, but I don't think he's going to be challenging the top 3 now, really.
So the way it's going, it looks like it's going to be about average on points for both Mercedes and Ferrari, the way it stands. Because I think Ant, as long as there's no mistakes, I think Ant's got this comfortably, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, it's all a friend. I think it all depends on what Steve does in third on the softs. If he can really put some pressure on.
Yeah, I think Steve's really going to be pushing out because although he's got a box again, he will be boxing onto another set of softs, I'd imagine. So he's really going to be able to push those tyres now right till the end of the race, where Ant's going to have to look after us a little bit. But round here, you can never tell when or if a safety car is going to be coming out. So if a safety car does come out between now and the end of the race, it could really change things up. So it could be interesting. I think that the top 4 have all raced well this race. Each and every one of them, I think, apart from Dan and Ant, have been racing with damage. I know Steve raced with damage for a while. Jamie still has right end plate damage.
Yeah.
So they've done really well to get where they are with that bit of damage, especially
so
around
Dan's
the
had
track.
damage as well because he's hit a couple of walls. We did see that in the first 5 laps, I think it was. And I did remember now seeing Rubbernecker go into the pits and come out with the wing damage on his car. But that's with the new patch, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The new patch, because it's not orange. They don't change it anymore, do they? So,
Yeah, I mean, he went in and he was going to change it, but he said that it wasn't actually causing that much trouble anyway, so he wasn't too fussed about it not being changed. But it was
Dan's
a shame
in the
that
pits.
he
Dan
went
is in the
onto
pits.
softs.
Sorry, doing the pits. Sorry.
There's Jamie.
And he's going on to mediums. So should be going to the end. I think
Yeah,
he
he'll be
started
getting
on
to the
softs.
end
Yes,
now.
he did start on softs. Yes, he did. Yes. So that's will be interesting to see. And he doesn't drop any places either, does he? No. No, because
He's still gonna have a
Rubbernecker's
good
getting held
advantage
up by
over Jamie.
Savage. So yeah. So, right, sorry to do that. Sorry about interrupting you. But,
No, it's fine. There's 17 seconds between them, so Jamie is a quick racer, but Dan has been somewhat of a surprise package so far this season. So I don't think that Jamie's going to be able to catch him now. But like I said earlier on, if a safety car comes out now, anything could happen.
I'd say Jamie's had a poor form as well the last few weeks as well, which is a shame because he had a good season last season, so I was actually hoping he was going to do something this season. But he's had a poor run of form and a couple of crashes, and that's it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, been a bit unfortunate. He had to miss a race, and he had a DNF, and Ant had a race ban. He had a DNF, so it's been a tough start to the season. But it's a long season. Anything can happen. You look at sort of last season or the first season. There's been big point differences after the first sort of 5 or 6 races, but come the end of the season, they've closed right up again. So it's a long season. Hopefully, we can pick up our form.
Yeah, but last season there was massive driver changes, there wasn't there? So I mean, it's whether there's going to be that bigger manager changes and that lot when the the contracts and all that finish and all that. That's just coming up next week. So, well, actually, no, it's after today, isn't it? Sorry.
After tonight, as
today,
soon as this
yeah,
race
so-
finishes, there will be people going for contracts.
So we have to mention that as well because that's coming up as well. So that'll be interesting to see if anyone actually loses seats or gains seats or who goes where. So thank you for joining
I've
me.
got a funny feeling there'll be a couple of changes, so it'll be interesting to sort of see what happens.
I
But
think there'll be around about 3 or 4, I reckon. But yes, it'll be interesting to see who goes where. And hopefully some
Definitely.
drivers get what they deserve, to be honest. So, and the positions they earn.
Let's hope so.
Hopefully. Right, so thank you for joining.
yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, no worries. Cheers, guys.
Right, cheers, man. Right, and JBL, are you there? Sorry about that.
Yes, hello.
Ah, meet Dean. Really, he's doing so well, and then that was it. Oh, I feel so
Yeah, it's
sorry for him.
unfortunate from the driver in the Renault. He's just been unlucky with just colliding with walls. First on with just colliding, then needs to replace his end plate, going on the hard tyres, then he crashed into a wall on the hard tyres, and then had to pit again. It's been a downfall for him in this race. I think we can agree as well. So really unlucky for him.
I would say, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, there's times you can tell he's faster here. I mean, his times are proving that, and his positions are proving that. So, I mean, it's just a shame. I mean, Swifty's not having a good day either, being back where he is. I mean, I'd say he didn't qualify very well either, which was actually a surprise to me and Matt. We actually thought he might have done a bit better than what he did, to be honest, but it's one of those. It's a bad race. I mean, safety cars may come out, like Callum said, so it may change, and hopefully for you guys it does, because I think Dean and Neil have both had an unlucky night, to be fair. So hopefully they can.
I've reassured Dean, Neil for that there might be a safety car coming out. So hopefully they comes out. Swifty on the first lap, he had an incident with Telfie. Apparently, from Swifty's point of view, that Telfie brake checked him, and that's why he had to pit early.
One for the stewards.
So he's recorded it, and he's going to send it to the stewards very, very soon. But it's just been unlucky for Neil, to be honest. He knows he can do better. I think we all know that he could do better. So hopefully we can see him maybe turn around for this race, or maybe even for the next few races as well.
Definitely, mate, definitely. So thank you again for joining, like you did this earlier for the interview. So hopefully you get some luck going your way, because I'll say the last few weeks have not been your way at all. So hopefully you get some luck tonight in the end of the race. So we will hopefully catch you at some point. Thank you for joining us, and good luck, man.
They're still kind of spread out a little bit in the field. There's not really any battles going on.
No, I mean, everyone's really as well. I think everyone's just seeing what everyone's going to do now, which is like how far people are going to push their tyres and who's going to actually go for. Well, who's going to be the first one to go on softs? That's the interesting part now. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we have someone in the pits. We have Telfie in the pits. We actually have something happening.
Yeah, I mean, you got to imagine not that Dan's going to be going to the end now, so.
We've got 5 cars in the top
The
10
two
that are on low tyres to the end. The rest aren't. So, they're doing a lot to that car. There's a new wing for Telfie by looking things.
Moves Neil up to 11th. He's slowly making progress.
Right, and who we have now? 3 seconds, so let's have a look and see what the leader is doing. So. We are looking at the leader's side. The leader's now Snake's only 8 seconds, 8.3 seconds behind. He actually is gaining rapidly as well, but he will need to pit within the next 4 or 5 laps though. That's the issue. Yeah, I think he's praying for a safety car. Really, if I was him, I'd be praying for a safety car in the next 2-3 laps. And Nalodan is 28.0 seconds behind, so it's probably back to where it was at the like halfway, well, about a quarter way for the race. So 45 seconds of Rubbernecker. So I think they are really all within. Basically, they've all got pit stops now, really between them, haven't they? So I mean, Dan's got a chance to pit again and come out in front of Rubbernecker. So as Dean if he needed to, same as Ultimate Arrow. So I mean, it's now really all down to where people actually go. So
Bowlers closing up on the back of Anthony Bauer. Anthony Bauer is 21 lap old hards. Meet Dean's coming to the pits for his final pit stop.
which would mean he'd be on mediums, wouldn't it? But so would it be a scrub mediums though, because he has been in the pits?
Yeah, he's put on scrub mediums.
Yeah. So I mean, we will. let's go through the field now. A few lapses of people. Let's go into a different camera view to say hello. Good time, straight through. Oh, meet Dean to be crossing the line again. Yeah.
The battle for fifth is the one we'll watch. Question is can Alpha Bowler take those mediums to the end? It's probably going to be quite a push.
Oh, we just go. Let's go check the tyres if I can. I don't know. So we are on the tyres as it stands. Wado's used 2 sets of mediums, Snake has used 2 sets of the softs, and Dan's used a soft and 2 mediums. Rubbernecker has used a medium soft and a medium, and Sack has used soft hard, and Ultimate Arrow has used a medium soft medium. Phantom has used
Half bowler in the wall.
and then has he got any damage?
Template. Yeah, he's got some significant damage to his front wing. Yeah, he's going to have to pit for that. He should have enough time behind him to come in the pits and back out for his teammate. That's probably done his battle for fifth in.
That is probably going to... Oh, no, he's not going to lose any places though. He's going to stay in 6th because his teammate is 28 seconds behind. So he shouldn't lose any positions, but it's going to stop any chance of really getting any higher, I would have thought. It's going to put him about 20 seconds behind mechanical side.
Oh, he had a time penalty as well.
Oh... That means Phantom... No, he just gets out just in front of Phantom.
Probably a little closer than he'd like. Yeah, well, he's got those fresh tyres. Should be able to pull away. I guess it was questionable whether he'd make it to the end on those mediums anyway. Oh, he's in the wall again. He's taken off his wing.
Oh,
even
there
more
goes
damage
another
this
one.
time.
Yeah, that's definitely giving away position now. He's going to drop maybe
He's gonna lose
3
quite a few
places.
positions.
Yeah,
He's got
probably
a long
2
way
actually.
to go
He's
around
going to
before
go
he can change his
behind.
way.
Yeah, it's going to be smooth. He's going to go behind.
Uncle Sakis in the pits.
Right, so is there a little break while I can finish doing what I was doing? Right. We have Ultimate Arrow has used medium, soft, medium. Phantom has used soft, medium. Smooth has used soft, medium. Newman has used soft, medium. Cool, that's a room, isn't it? So he's obviously using scrub tyres now, I would have thought. Meet Dean has used soft, medium, hard, medium. Swifty Pickle has used soft, medium. So that was interesting. Telfie has used soft, medium. Savage has used soft, medium, and Glamborn has used soft, hard, medium. So a lot of people are using a lot of mediums, a lot of softs. To be fair, there's a lot more softs than what I thought there would be.
Yeah, it's because of all the wing changes. Selfie and Swifty Pickle are right up. He's right up behind him. Some fresher mediums. Both of them look like their front wings are nicely intact. Phantom's closing up behind his teammate as well for sick.
So the fact they don't want to stay out on the wing damage though he has. So that is
He is
gonna
stayed
hurt.
out with his wing damage.
Snake Hips is in the pits and he's come out on fresh set of softs. So that is he's gonna go to the end on softs. So we're basically now he could do with a safety car coming out right now, because if a safety car comes out,
The leader pits.
the leader pits, which means Snake Hips may take the lead. This will be close. This could be the race right here.
Don't think he's going to make it. They're definitely really close enough for it to be a problem.
Very close.
Oh no, I think he's done it. He's done it.
Cold tyres though, so he'll have to get his skates on. He's going to have DRS on him, isn't he?
I
he
don't
hasn't.
think he
No,
was
he
close
hasn't,
enough, no. Here we go.
We've got the reigning world champion versus the guy that took his seat at Mercedes. This will be interesting.
Extreme League champion versus TOTD champion. Both on the same tyres, pretty much. You got to think this benefits Nardo down as well, if these two start going at it.
Definitely. I mean, it could be a good fight. It also, could also cause interesting damage. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Alpha Bowler deciding to come and change that wing. That's probably a smart move. Is he close enough to
it'll
make a
be
move?
interesting too, I see.
Let's move up into 7th.
And yeah, because he's done that so late, he's also lost position to Joe Newman into 8th position as well. Where if he pitted earlier, he wouldn't have lost
Snake
that position.
Hips is
Oh,
gonna
he's
get
going to
him.
get him!
Running
Snake Hips with a
outside.
new fastest lap of the race with a 1:42.1.
Oh, Subway's contact. Doesn't make it stick. 11 laps left. Oh, very close to the wall. We shouldn't forget that Snake Hips started on the back of the grid.
And that's the thing, is 14th position he was. That early virtual safety car was the one. I mean, he jumped up 8 places and the virtual safety
He
car
managed
came
to
out.
avoid all the
so-
drama.
I don't know, he had to go in pits, didn't he? He got in pits in the 3rd lap, I think it was. So I think he did early. I think he did
More
actually.
impressive.
Yeah.
He's got a good run on him.
It's the consistency.
I think he's going to get him this time. Yeah, he's clear through.
And now can he hold it for the next bit?
What is this going down the inside? Wow. I'm not sure there's room for
Jeez.
2 cars there. How are they both alive? Quality of driving. On the inside. Oh, fantastic overtake.
So the thing is now, the managers have literally nothing to do now. They've just got to sit and watch these guys fight it out. It's all down to who wants it more.
Swift Pickles off the first corner. I didn't see what happened. Telfie was behind him. I don't know whether there's been contact or not.
I have no idea, but I say it's
Ferrari in the Merc.
Oh, and there's a car in
Side by
front as
side
well.
again.
There's a Williams
Get out of the
Savage
way,
there
that's
as
my
well. At least it was down the straight
Ferrari's
though,
done
it
it
wasn't
again.
actually another thing.
Yeah, there's plenty of space there. You got a yellow flag, sector 1. Is that a Red Bull?
That's a Red Bull. No, I think
Red
the
Bull,
back
joining him, I
marker,
think
back
it might
marker,
be.
back marker, Savage.
okay. Oh, get out of the way! Oh, oh. He's done him on the same corner again. Just trading blows.
So we have about 9 laps to go. Who is going to win this race? Ooh, we're close to that
Oh,
wall.
Snake Hips tapped the wall a bit.
We are then starting to get to the side of driver of the day. Which to me, as it looks, there's 2 drivers up for it, and it's Snake Hips and Smooth, on my personal opinion. So who we actually...
Yeah, I think, I don't disagree with you there. Phantom as well, I think he's done well.
The Alt Arrow could be put up there as well, as I say, I mean, if he didn't have the contact, I think he'd have been a lot higher up as well, so I mean, a few people.
Winston down the inside.
Squeeze in. Who's got the DRS though? It looks like it's a Mercedes.
It is a Mercedes.
The Ferrari was pulling away, that was a bit interesting.
Ferrari power. Side by side again. How are they not making contact?
They stay this close to the end, I mean, whoever's in second is probably going to have this, if they stay this close to the last lap, because of that DRS.
Well, basically the Ferrari takes over the Merc on the straight, and then the Merc leads it around the rest of the lap. But it's the finish line that counts.
That's the thing.
I think if they keep battling like this, the person I fancy most to win this race is Nardo Dan.
So he's slowly getting back into the picture. It's only 13 seconds, well, just under 14 seconds behind now, so he is gaining.
Yeah, the best part of these softs should start disappearing after a couple of laps. They're going to be for the 4th time.
And the Ferrari's going to get him
in the
again,
wall.
but look at it.
Yeah, the got a little bit too close to the wall.
The
He's through
Ferraris,
very early
see,
this lap.
yeah.
Half the bowler on smooth.
And
Smooth doesn't really defend it.
Yeah, so he's got us on softs as well, so fresh set of softs.
Red Bull in the pits for a new wing.
It's really not been a Red Bull day, really. Say Red Bull or Toro, to be fair. Or Alfa or
Hasn't been
Renault.
close enough to get back through past the Ferrari this lap. The Ferrari's maintained the lead position.
Alright, so can the Ferrari get with it out a second so it doesn't get the DRS from the Mercedes? This will be interesting.
These next two corners are crucial for this race.
Be interesting also to see if Mercedes actually has the power with the DRS to pass on the straight. Because that Ferrari is a lot more powerful in a straight line.
Definitely, yeah, it does look very quick.
Just under 9/10 away on the second sector, so he's gonna be within DRS zone, I would have thought. Rubbernecker, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
I feel spread out unless the safety car is not going to matter.
And the Ferrari holds it. And Snake Hips takes again the fastest lap of the race with a 1:41.8.
It was the right time to pull out your fastest lap.
With DRS, the Mercedes gained 0.2 of a second down that straight. That's incredible.
Half bowler's just collided with a back marker and Swift vehicle.
Back marker again. Jamie was on too soft, so I mean, I think he's just really trying to go now for probably the fast lap, maybe. There's 6 laps to go. I mean, I think
There is damage to Alpha Bowler's wing again.
he might have run out of wings by now, don't you think? As it stands with 6 laps to go, it is Snake Hips in first in the Ferrari. Wado in second, 1 second behind it, the Mercedes. Nalo Dan in third, 17.6 seconds behind. Fourth is Rubbernecker in Mercedes with 26 seconds behind. Fifth is Mechanical Sack of Haas in an 18.5 second behind. Sixth is GK Phantom in a Racing Point with 20.7 seconds behind. Smooth in seventh in a McLaren, 18.7 seconds behind. Ultimate Arrow, which is just in the pits at the moment, in 8th as it stands in a Racing Point. I think he'll hold it. I think he will, yes. And I don't know what's he behind now. But then Joe Newman in 9th with 16 seconds behind now, Ultimate Arrow. So Joe Newman can go position if he can push hard enough and get the positions back. 10th is Meet Dean with 12 seconds behind, 12.3 seconds, sorry. Telfi in 11th in Toro Rosso, 43 seconds, 0.4 behind. Swifty in 12th in Alfa Romeo with 21.7 seconds behind. Savage in 13th in Williams, 23.5 seconds behind. Lambourne in 14th with 23.7 seconds behind. I think from Telfi down, I think that really the only chance they're going to get any points is literally with the fastest lap outside the top 10, which stands at, I think it is Telfi with a 1:46.2. is the fastest lap outside the top 10 with 5 laps to go, so this will be a see what happens with them. And Nardo Dan has started to drop back as well, and there's another fast lap of the race from Steve with a 1:41.8.
Yeah, he's opened up that gap very quickly. Due to that pit stop, Smooth's now opened up a 18-second gap to himself in 7th place, so he's got to be pretty happy with that. Phantom as well, a nice little bubble. Savage in the pits. I think that's going to allow Gareth to catch up on the back of him.
Yeah, I think he'd be going for the fastest lap outside the top 10 if he can try it.
Yeah, I would have thought a few more of the back markers would
Meet
have
Dean
gone
with a
for
time
softs.
penalty, multiple warnings, and we have a yellow flag somewhere.
I think that was for Glamborn slowing down for the pits.
Ah, yeah. But I say 5.4 seconds a lead now, so. Oh, I don't know, then that's the point. Nardo Dan has just gone into the pits, so I think he'll be trying to poach the fastest lap off his teammate, maybe? Assuming he's got the chance
Max
to.
in the pits as well.
Yep. Oh, and so is Wado, so that means Steve is basically can just bring it home.
Yeah, pressure's off.
Yeah. But will that mean Steve goes into the pits? Well, that'll be interesting to see if he does or not. Personally, I wouldn't go for it.
I mean, he's already got the fastest lap.
The thing is, he's
Why-
got a
yeah,
big
I mean,
lead,
why
and
pressure-
just
why put
make
pressure
sure
on yourself?
he's been home points home. I mean, leave the fast lap to Dan, and Dan's out on fresh sauce, isn't it? So, don't see
I think
why.
after starting at the back of the grid, you'll be very happy with
After the way
current
they
situation.
qualified, yeah, I think you just make sure you bring it home. Definitely.
Yeah, I would be tempted to keep it nice and simple at the end here. Try not to complicate things.
Well, let's see what he does though, because he's just going down through 3rd sector.
He was actually about 2.4 seconds off his own personal best. So I don't know whether he made a mistake on that lap.
Maybe fuel saving, maybe looking after the tyres, make sure they get to the end. May even be saving ERS as well, we don't know, do you? But say, I mean, really, I mean, he can just lay back and just make sure his tyres get to the end and turn everything down so he doesn't have to push anything.
Oh, we've got Williams. He's in the wall.
We have had our first DNF of the race, and it is a Williams, so close to the end as
Oh, he's
well,
in the middle of the road.
with 2 laps to go.
Oh, what a shame. Incredibly unfortunate.
And the Ferraris are coming up to it. I don't know which Ferrari's there. It must have been there. It didn't interfere with the leader, which is nice. So.
That's been cleared out of the way. So Nado Dan currently got the fastest lap on those new tyres. Delphi's still fastest lap outside the top 10.
Oh, Wado has just taken it with a 141.1 with a fast lap. So this will be the fight between Wado and Nado Dan, I think, for the fast lap of the race, I would have thought. But to be fair, I don't think the Ferraris would be really that bothered about losing the fast lap of the race as I would have thought, but they would just be happy to win the race with the start they had, especially for Steve. And with the way things are, if Steve does actually win this race, I think he should really have to be driver of the day. We're coming through the field, that is just something I did not expect, especially at Azerbaijan, but I will put it to the managers to ask for their votes to say who gets the fast driver of the day. So we are on the final lap of the race. Is anybody going to try and steal the fast lap of the race? Just have the fast lap of the race on, so we got him. So, and I'm a bit biased with the way Steve's performed, but I mean, from 14th to 1st, I mean, to me, I thought he'd be lucky to get in the top 3 or 4, to be fair. I thought he'd be in the podium. I didn't know if he'd be on the podium, I thought he'd have a chance, but I didn't know. No, I did not expect him to be on the podium. But again, Ferrari dominating a weekend. This is 4 races.
It's been a bit of a race of
And Snake Hips wins the Season 3 Race 4 Azerbaijan on TOTD, and Anthony Wado comes in second as it stands with the fastest lap of the race, but Nalo Dan is in third and he's 2/10 up on the time. He could steal the fast lap of the race.
Gareth Stolen fastest lap outside the top 10. Right at the end.
Normally the best way of stealing things. He has with a 1:50.45.3, and there's Nalo Dan going to take it. And he has.
He does.
Ferrari still the show. And still all the points. So the final positionings are coming in now. We have Ferrari first with Snake Hips. Second is Mercedes of Wado. In second, Nalo Dan with the fast lap of the race. In third with Ferrari. Fourth is Mercedes with the Rubbernecker, they literally, Mercedes and Ferrari dominated this weekend. I mean, I didn't think anything other than that would happen here. Mechanical Sack had a great race. Yeah, great result for Haas in 5th position. You've got to be happy with that. I know he loves this track, so it's a good result for him. I bet he's absolutely loving that. In 5th is GK Phantom, had a great race as well. He's actually nice and clean as well, not many bad performances there, so smooth again. Both of them two did absolutely amazing jobs tonight, which is lovely to see after the way they had. And Ultimate in 8th. It was a good result for the weekend for the racing points as well, so I think it was Joe Newman next? I think he was, I will run that down in a second for you guys. Right, we should have a final standing now. So it was up to Phantom and Link and Olmaro. So yes, Joe Newman in 9th, so he does pick up some points for the Red Bull, which is a horrible weekend for Red Bull, but at least they got something out of it. Then we have the two Scotsmen together, Dean in 10th, Renault, and Telfie in 11th in a Toro, Swifty in 12th with the Alpha Romeo. 13th is Glamborn with a Haas with a fastest lap outside the top 10. And Savage is the DNF, and Dean did not manage to actually get to the start line. So that is our grid for the race. Let me see if I can result for the race, I should say, sorry. I'll go and see if I can grab the 3 podium finishers and their manager. So we gotta go and grab. Is Deep actually online? No. Right, so Ant's online, so let me go grab Ant. It's a long way down here looking for everybody. Where is Steve? Can't find Steve. Where the hell is Steve? Can't find him anywhere.
I've done it.
There he is. Yeah, I got him. We'll start from the bottom. So Dan.
Hello.
Well, at least you got a podium out of all that and the fast lap of the race. I mean, we have Ben and Mike's doing sunny stuff. How does it feel to at least, get more than what you thought you were going to get out of this race?
Awesome, mate. Like, I would happy with top 6, to be honest. I managed to sort of make myself a bit of room. I had a really good battle with Ant, I think, first few laps. Then there's massive respect to him, a lot of space given in that, so that was good fun. But it just managed for me and him really to sort of pull away from the pack a little bit. Steve obviously catching up. I was just stupid quick. But I sort of managed to get like a gap on Jamie, really, so I sort of had a bit of a lonely race, but I thought because I had a pit stop in hand, I thought, why not go for the fastest lap?
Well, you had to say you had the room. I mean, you and Gareth both stole it right at the end, the fastest lap, so that kind of worked really well as well. So, I mean, congratulations. I mean, there's a lot more than what you was hoping for, so well done, thank you.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Well played,
mate.
Well played, mate.
Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Well done, lads.
Well done, mate.
Mr. Waddo. I thought you were going to win that.
Hello.
I honestly thought you were going to win that. You had that massive lead, and I thought maybe if he keeps all of it, he could have won this race. But Steve come back like a train. So I mean,
it's rapid, man. I knew his pace. It's very quick.
I mean, at least you got that after last weekend. I mean, he missed last weekend, so at least you actually got something out this weekend. To say a second place is not the best in the world, but at least you got something out of this weekend.
Yeah, I weren't looking very confident coming into it because I didn't have much practice during the week.
You had
So
2 weeks. What excuse is that?
I was away, mate.
I know, man. His life happens, but I say, I mean, you still did well. The Mercs and the Ferraris just dominated the weekend, so I mean, it's still good to watch. And it was brilliant to watch you and Steve playing over that.
Yeah, and I came in for a set of soft tyres. I only meant to stop once for softs, but I ended up stopping twice because my first set had 10% wear on them already. So as soon as I seen Steve pulling away, I was just like, yeah, I'm boxing and going for the quickest lap, and then Dan snatched it away at end.
Yeah, I think Dominic had the problem as well because he went in the pits and didn't get a pit change, did he? His wing didn't change. That hurt him.
Yeah, it was a good race. I enjoyed it.
It was a great race. Near the end, the last 10 laps was absolutely awesome to watch. So thank you for that.
Congratulations to both Ferrari yet again. Ben.
Cheers, champ. Thank you.
No worries, man.
Good race.
So Steve,
You
next
too,
time.
mate.
Thank you, Ant. Sorry. So Steve, next time you race, you're gonna get Ben to open the switch, yeah?
Yeah, mate.
In qualifying.
Fuck. Oh, I don't even know what happened with that. So, I had about 12 laps of fuel when I went out first run, and then I went in, come back out, but I'd lowered my fuel ready for the next run, and my car just turned in too easy. Like, way too easy. I was like, okay. And that was it. End of.
Well, say you managed to save it. I mean, I don't know how you saved that. I have no idea. I mean, there's one virtual safety car. If you had 3 or 4 safety cars, I could understand. But the way you just steamrolled back at the field, I mean, that first virtual safety car, you went from 14th to 8th. That just changed the entire complexion of the race. That did when you come back up to that close so quickly.
So yeah, it was a bit of a crazy start. And I don't normally boast, but I don't know where that actually came from because I did actually have an extra pit stop. I pit on lap 1 for a new wing, and then I touched Joe Newman, and I had a bit of an yellow wing, sorry. And then I was kind of like 6, 7 tenths behind on my time constantly, and then I just tried something which I'm not going to obviously give away, but I literally gained half a second every lap on my time. Like, I'd gone 4 laps, losing 6, 7 tenths, and then I was crossing line afterwards, 2 tenths behind my fastest lap at the time. So I did that, and that just sorted that out, and I just pushed on, and when I seen times coming down before me and Ant had to pit, I was like, I waited for him to pit, and I was like, I'm going for undercut. So I went for undercut. That worked. I was on him. And it was just a decision of, do I fight and stay behind, go for the last lap overtake on the straight, or do I just literally try and make that gap? Like, he said he had bit worn tyres, so that helped me out a lot. As soon as I got that little gap, that's it, I was off. So, but the racing, oh, my God. That was some good racing, that, like wheel to wheel for them 5, 6 laps.
I say every time you got to that straight, you had Ant. Every time you got to that straight, it was just you were just gone. That Mercedes just does not have. I thought Mercedes was quick, but that Ferrari just kills it in a straight line. Even with the Mercedes having DRS behind you, it only gained 2 tenths per second.
Yeah,
so I mean it's ridiculous. So as soon as you got in front of him on that DRS straight, when you made that 4, 5 tenths gap space, you were gone. There was no catch, no Ant, and could not get back. So it was brilliant to watch. And so I mean, congratulations, that was absolutely awesome. I mean, I've never seen. Well, we've seen it once before, and that was with your brother, Australia, coming from, I think he was 17th, and he come up to 4th, I think, in the Red Bull at Australia. So it must be.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
A Harrison thing, I think. It was a shame he got disconnected at the start of the race as well, because I was hoping to see what we're doing. So the Red Bulls really got hurt this weekend. So in the constructors now, it should be Mercedes and Ferrari, then Mercedes. Now, as in Red Bull are really with I think they got 1 point at this race, or 2 points, sorry.
Yeah.
So it helps the Ferrari guys big time. So
It's a good race. That no safety car either. Like that's surprising.
yeah, the virtual, but yeah,
amazing. So
yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, 1 DNF really in the entire race. So it was very sim damage.
That was good driving from everybody.
Yeah, it was.
Ish.
Some mistakes, but it happens. Right. So thank you very much.
Yeah,
congratulations again, mate.
No worries. Thank you. Good racing, chaps. Well done.
Well done, boys.
And Mr. Ben,
Thanks, mate.
Ferrari manager, are you there?
Hello. Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
So, well, I think you should be more than good, to be fair.
Well, what else can I ask for? You know, they pull off a job that is unexpected. You know, Steve at the back of the grid going on to win the race.
Oh, so it just shows all the work in behind the scenes. I mean, they don't need you in the lobby or really there to actually help them. I mean, it's the guys know what they're doing. They already have the strategy set before the race, so it's really just to tell.
I've said this every race. You know what I mean? They don't actually need us in the lobby. They're more than capable. But you know, it's fun to be there, and it was different watching a stream instead of actually being in the lobby for a change. I kept picking my controller up to go change cars, and I'm like, what's going on? Why wouldn't it do it? Massive congratulations to everyone on the grid, not just the top 3. Like you say, sim damage and only 1 retirement and 1 connection issue retirement.
Right at the end.
Yeah, and that was it. You're right. It wasn't at the start. No, 1 virtual safety car.
Yeah.
Brilliant race. You should all give yourselves a massive pat on the back. But man, just congratulations, Steve, Dan, and you bloody almost give me a heart attack like 4 times during that race, throwing it through. I love the way you throw it through Castle section, and it's how you just get that distance on Steve every single lap. I was just like, will you stop throwing it through there, like you do? It's crazy. It's a lovely watch race. So anybody that hasn't watched this stream, watch it just for that last battle between the Mercedes and the Ferrari. It was really good race to watch. But thank you to everybody that.
I normally try and catch all the fights and stuff, but the way the fights were tonight, it was just Ferrari Mercedes. It was just literally that fight, that and the smooth and the racing points. That was literally just the fights, and there was no real other fights involved as such. I mean, Joe got in a couple of scraps, but that's about it really. But the fights at the front was just ridiculous. And how, like you said, how they went through all wheel to wheel through some of those sections. I don't know how they do it.
No.
So congratulations, and congratulations to our 3 podium drivers and managers, and to everybody for that clean race really. I mean, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 incidents, and that was about it. And everyone was doing really well. What's that?
Who did you decide for driver of the day? Sorry, I missed it.
Well, I did put it into the chat to see what people said, and we were going to go.
Can't be Steve, surely.
It's got to be Steve, really. Yes. Smooth was very, very close. He had a cracking race. So Smooth is very, very. If Steve didn't win the race, he probably would have maybe given it to you, but because Steve won the race, he has to get driver of the day. There's just literally, he shouldn't have been qualifying 14th, but he did, and he come back for the pack. So congratulations to Steve for the driver of the day. So
while we're talking about crashes in qualifying, are we not going to talk about the other crash that happened in qualifying?
There was technically 2. Somebody decided he wanted to go and see how much he can fly and do a Damien in the pits in F2. And then somebody decided to celebrate crossing the line, doing a fast lap and going to P2. I think it was a P2 or P3, so...
Yeah, go P2, celebrated so hard he forgot to turn. Brilliant. But no, congratulations. I'm going to go and have a party.
Right, and thank you everybody.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Well, that doesn't leave a lot, does it then?
That's literally nothing, mate. No limits whatsoever.
Exactly.
Right, thank you everybody for joining, and hopefully we will all see you at Barcelona. That will be the interesting revolt. Well, I mean, that should be a Mercedes track, really. So
Where are we next? Sorry.
Barcelona.
Oh.
So. Right, so we will catch everybody. Catch everybody at Spain next week, and hopefully we'll catch you on the stream. So from everybody in TOTD, I hope you enjoy the race and have a good evenings.
On chaps, catch you in a minute.